LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu. StubHub. Hey Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. And Toyota. Let's go places.
Just 3 games remain in the Major League Soccer season here in 2017, and we are live at the StubHub Center for your LA Galaxy as they get set to take on Real Salt Lake. Happy to have you along. Joined by Ralph Perez, I'm Christian Miles, and Ralph, well, the Galaxy officially eliminated from playoff contention on Wednesday night after that 3-3 draw away to Houston. We knew it was a long time coming, but in reality, they've been out of the mix for quite some time, and I guess you could say the first of 3 preseason friendlies starts right here and right now.
Well, I think there's a lot of things that are going on now for the Galaxy. For the players, there's a chance for them to continue to show Ziggy Schmidt and Dominic Kinnear what they can do to try to secure positions for next season. Secondly, I think it's a chance for Ziggy to move people around and take a good look at different players and evaluate them. And then lastly, I think, it's a sense of, okay, hey, a little bit of pride. I mean, what's on the front of the jersey, the LA Galaxy, wanting to come out and really doing a good job.
Well, we'll see what happens here. And the LA Galaxy, the question remains, are they taking the steps in the right direction? Are we seeing any signs of progress as we look to what is going to be a very interesting offseason?
Well, I think some of the results have been a little bit, I mean, the 2 games they played with Seattle where I thought did very well. Then they had those 2 games where they, got beat 4-0, in Atlanta. And that was a poor showing there. I thought the game they played in a week ago, Sunday, against Kansas City, they made a good account of themselves 2-1. And then the last game, I mean, with 10 minutes to go, you're up 3-1. You think you can lock that one up against a Houston team was fighting for the playoffs, and then they give up 2 goals to go 3-3. That had to be very disappointing for the team and the coaches.
Well, we'll see what's in store here. The LA Galaxy now the 12th match that Ziggy Schmidt will take control of. 1 win, 3 draws, and 7 defeats. Right now, though, Ralph, it's really not about results. It's about performances and what they can muster up. Ziggy's been chopping and changing and making a lot of experiments here, namely seeing Giassi Zardes at right back. We're seeing Giovanni Dos Santos play as a number 9 in an unusual role for him. And, of course, Michael Ciani coming into the side. A lot of changes at this time of year.
Well, I think so. I think one of the challenges there was I think that they were needing a right back. They thought maybe let's try to see what Zardes can do there. It's definitely a work in progress for him to play that position. But I think overall, I think the one player that for me that came into the team in August, Dos Santos. How does Jonathan going forward and Gio going forward? How can you get the both of them to work together and be the main spine in the middle there for you?
Well, we'll see how it goes. Of course, the weather today in Carson is a balmy 69 degrees. It got up to 77. Small chance of rain, but we're likely not going to see any with a low of 63 degrees expected a little bit later tonight. Your weather, of course, brought to you by Alaska Airlines. Ralph and I are just getting started. When we return, we'll take a closer look at this one. It's LA at RSL, and it's only on LAGalaxy.com.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up, LA, for nonstop flights to more than 38 cities nationwide with Alaska Airlines. As fans of one of the most decorated clubs in league history, it's only right that you get tons of nonstop access to your favorite destinations, including many road games from one of the finest airlines in the land. Pack your bags, pack your jersey, and pack your full 90 for nonstop flights to cheer on the Galaxy when they go on the road. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up for nonstop flights on Alaska Airlines.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same: to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Sunday, October 15th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on Minnesota United. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
76 introduces The Long Cut, spending a little extra time exploring the open road. We even made a fancy new TV commercial, and we're going to have our director describe it.
So like we see these guys, and they're like, what's a long cut? Boom, they're all like, whoa, this is awesome. And then they're at a 76 station, and they're like, time for gas. And then it's like, and that is pretty much what the commercial is.
Anyway, we want to hear all about your long cuts, too. Share yours today using the hashtag 76longcut. 76, we're on the driver's side.
And we welcome you back to the StubHub Center in beautiful Garcia, California. The LA Galaxy, their second to last home match of 2017. And boy, it has been a year to forget. The LA Galaxy with the worst home record in Major League Soccer. 10 points from 15 games thus far. 2 wins, 9 defeats, and 4 draws. Ralph, what's up with playing at home?
Well, that's probably the biggest thing that makes everyone scratch their head. The Galaxy have always been good at home. Part of the problems in the past have been on the road, but nothing like this. And since they've come here to StubHub, I mean, this has kind of been, and even when they play at the Rose Bowl, they never had a situation like this. And it started early in the beginning of the year, and it's just continued throughout the year. And I think a lot of teams have seen the weakness a little bit of the Galaxy being at home, and come in and play with new confidence. And it's been a tough year, a real tough year. And I'm sure that, one that you want to forget and you want to move on. But I think tonight's game, I think, again, the fans and the players want to, get a result here at home.
One of the worst home losses they've sustained, not just this season, but in club history, came back on the 4th of July when these two last met. A 6-2 defeat of the Galaxy at the StubHub Center by Real Salt Lake. This team is far and away much different than the team we saw at the beginning of the campaign when the Galaxy managed a 2-1 win away to Real Salt Lake. What's changed for them?
Well, I think the first things changed. They made a coaching change as well. They brought in Mike Petke, and Mike Petke, I think, has come in and done a great job. 2, I think he's brought in some good young players. And in this league, I think you got to have that mix. You got to have those young legs to carry you through. It's a long season, and that's important. And then thirdly, I think that, once you get some momentum and you got it going in the right way and you make some changes, you make player changes, you move players around, new coach comes in and things start to click, it really has good momentum. And that's clearly what's happened for Real Salt Lake, because the way they had started their season, it looked like they were going to be in a situation where the Galaxy is sitting right now.
Yeah, before 2 months is even up, they fired Jeff Cassar, brought in Mike Petke, who was in charge of the USL outfit, Real Monarchs SLC, and he's kind of espoused himself to the same type of philosophy that we saw from LA, and Kurt Anolfo bringing a lot of this youth in. We see a teenager at left back tonight. We've seen some great movement in terms of those players breaking through that Real Monarchs team into the first team. Justin Glad has raised eyebrows, and of course coming in, Jefferson Savarino on the left-hand side.
Well, I think one of the challenges, though, is that it's good to bring in young players, but you got to have, those veteran players around them, so that kind of works together, and then it really allows you to have that blend. And I think that clearly Real Salt Lake has got it going right now, at least to be a team that could maybe make this playoff run. I mean, it's a race in both East and West. The West is really still up for grabs. Who's going to get first place? I think it's pretty settled to me. I think Toronto's got the East pretty much locked up, and I think that's the challenge right now, that everybody, the reward of getting 1 and 2 is you get a bye, and you don't have to play those extra matches.
Well, we'll see Toronto cruising into the playoffs on 62 points from 31 games. They've been absolutely magnificent and laid a whooping on the LA Galaxy back on the 16th of September by a score of 4-0, and that without the likes of Sebastian Giovinco and Josie Altidore. But it's a new game and perhaps a new month coming up starting tomorrow for the LA Galaxy, and perhaps, well, hope springs eternal as we head into the final 3 games of the season. An LA team defensively here, Ralph, they've had their issues. 61 goals allowed, the most in Major League Soccer. They're 1 away from setting a franchise worst record, and we've seen some chopping and changing. You mentioned 6 different players at right back. Is this down to a lack of production, a lack of ability, or is it down to injuries, or a combination of both?
I think it's a combination of both. I think it started in the beginning of the year. You had some injuries, and then you put them in. You lose Leggett early in the year. You're playing for the U.S. team. Van Dam goes home in the middle of the season. You had Zardes very injured for a long period of time.
Robbie Rogers is supposed to start
never really got on the field at all this year. And, then you compound the 2, well, at that time, Jonathan wasn't signed, but Giovanni going to the Confederations Cup, and then, going on, so you lose a little bit there. But these are things that everybody has to deal with, but clearly this year the Galaxy dealt with quite a bit.
Yeah, of course. We're not mentioning the likes of Baggio Husidic, Giassi Zardes not starting the season on full match fitness. We'll talk about Giassi's new role, his 3rd consecutive match at right back, plus the new look LA Galaxy and their starting 11. When Ralph and I return, it's LA and RSL coming up next.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same: to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Sunday, October 15th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on Minnesota United. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
Have you considered a long cut, Gary?
What's a long cut, radio guy?
That's not my name, Gary. Don't be rude. A long cut can be anything. First, you go to a 76 station for gas, then you go anywhere else. Like that paintball place.
Don't those things hurt?
Come on, Gary. A long cut can also be a stop at that barbecue shack.
It's like 8:15 in the morning.
A long cut is taking some time to explore anything the road has to offer. Fuel your long cut with top-tier gas from 76. 76. We're on the driver's side.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Galaxy fans, Papa John's has a new offer for you this season. Every Galaxy game day, get 50% off your online order of regular menu price items using promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. That's right. Cheer on the Galaxy every game day with 50% off your entire online order at Papa John's. Enter promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com to redeem better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up look like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
StubHub Center, can you read me?
Copy that.
We've identified an extraterrestrial aboard the spaceship. He's been secured and is open to questioning. Cosmic being, what do you want?
I'm here to gain intelligence from Earthland. You are in possession of the colorful and fizzy liquid I seek.
You mean Shasta?
Yes, I consumed Shasta and had the ultimate reaction. Equal parts fizz, fruit, and fun. I wish to experience all the Shasta. These flavors are out of this galaxy.
Oh, we've got the perfect place for you. At the StubHub Center.
Bring them home, guys.
It just has to be Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy.
The StubHub Center here in Carson, California. The seed tonight is the LA Galaxy embarking on their penultimate home match of the season. That means they've got one more to play after this evening. The season is lost, but trying to end things on a high and look forward to 2018. After which will be a very interesting offseason. Christian Miles alongside Raul Perez. Time now to take a look at the starting lineups. The starting lineups tonight are brought to you by City National Bank, the official bank of the LA Galaxy. And Ralph, we're going to see a couple of changes from another midweek draw for the LA Galaxy. And Ziggy bringing in Mikhail Ciani, the French defender, coming into the heart of defense for Ariano. And in midfield, we'll see the reintroduction of Emma Boateng as Rafa Garcia will drop to the bench. Up top, it's going to be Bradford Jamieson and Gio Dos Santos. And you'd have to say, after that 3-3 draw in attack, that has to be one of the positive signs and a step forward for LA.
Well, one of the things that Ziggy had to do, I mean, they played so many games in succession there where they were on the road. They played midweek games on a Wednesday in Atlanta, a Wednesday in Houston. They had to go to Kansas City. So, you know, that puts a little wear and tear. And, again, a chance to look at some players that, he needs to see and evaluate. And clearly for me tonight is an opportunity for him as the head coach to say, okay, I've looked at these guys, I've seen them. Now I've got to, see what they can do in these remaining games to really make his final thoughts.
Well, we'll see what happens. The LA Galaxy, another long list of walking wounded. Bradley Diallo and João Pedro, of course, out with hamstring problems. Daniel Steres is out with that back problem. Pele van Aanholt went out about a month ago, shortly after signing with the club, and made a splash here. 4 or 5 very good appearances. He's unavailable. Baggio Husidic, and as Ralph mentioned, of course, Seba Leggett and Robbie Rogers amongst the long-term injuries for the LA Galaxy. And certainly when we look back on this 2017 campaign, injuries are going to be a big part of the story. But instability has been the story. A lot of finger pointing going around right now. Perhaps the right signings weren't made. Nevertheless, it has not resulted in the product they want on the field. Meanwhile, it's a chance for them to take a step in the right direction right now. They take on a Real Salt Lake team here, Ralph. They've only lost twice since that big 4th of July victory here at StubHub, and a team that's peaking right at the right time.
Well, no question. And when you go back to that game might have been the one that, to me, just really showed me that the Galaxy were in trouble a little bit. When you lose at home on a big night like that and take 6 goals on your home ground, that's a tough one to take.
What do you think about this new look Galaxy lineup with Gyasi Zardes at right back?
Well, I think that, for me, it's an interesting thing to try to do because, Zardes all his life has been an attacking player. Usually you push a guy in the back when he's getting older. Maybe he's lost the ability to be someone of a threat in the attacking role. So, you still think he has qualities, and then you try to convert him as an outside back, and that's happened to many players. But I was surprised, to be very honest.
All right, so it's Gyasi Zardes with his 3rd consecutive start at right back, and we'll see Gio Dos Santos not playing that lone striker role. He'll have a little partner next to him in the form of Bradford Jamieson, who got one of the 3 goals on Wednesday night in Houston. We're going to step aside one last time. When we return, it's the first half kickoff. Galaxy and RSL. Next on LAGalaxy.com.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. And Toyota. Let's go places. It's a new era for the LA Galaxy. With new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same. To be the last team standing. This is LA. On Sunday, October 15th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on Minnesota United. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
You know what, son? Shasta Red Pop always brings me back to fireworks at the lake on the 4th of July. I can still hear those fireworks popping.
You know, I've always been a tiki punch kind of guy. Sounds like a ukulele at a luau.
Oh, California Dreamin' always brings me back to the surf and the sun of the California coast.
Remember all the Fiesta punch we drank at that backyard fiesta? If it sounds like flavor, it just has to be Shasta.
Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up, LA, for nonstop flights to more than 38 cities nationwide with Alaska Airlines. As fans of one of the most decorated clubs in league history, it's only right that you get tons of nonstop access to your favorite destinations, including many road games from one of the finest airlines in the land. Pack your bags, pack your jersey, and pack your full 90 for nonstop flights to cheer on the Galaxy when they go on the road. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up for nonstop flights on Alaska Airlines.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Come in now and get the 2016 you've been waiting for at Toyota's annual clearance event. Save big with an incredible $2,500 factory cash back on a new 2016 Camry, $2,000 back on a new Sienna or the redesigned Prius. Get $1,500 cash back on a new Corolla or $1,000 back on a new Tundra. It all ends September 6th, so hurry in before they're gone. Must take delivery from 2016 new car dealer stock by midnight September 6th. Offers may vary by region.
When you buy or lease any new Toyota, you get Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Toyota Care covers normal factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. There's even lockout protection and 24-hour roadside assistance. See your Toyota dealer for details and exclusions. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. Toyota, let's go places.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Welcome back to the StubHub Center at Garcia, California, as the LA Galaxy try to close out 2017 with at least a victory to remember, because victories have been in very short supply. Second bottom in the Western Conference right now, finding themselves just 2 points above last place Colorado Rapids. The Galaxy, 7 wins, 7 draws, and a club record 17 defeats. They take on a Real Salt Lake team 4 places above them, currently clinging on to that last playoff spot. Everything to play for tonight. Through 31 games, they've taken 12 victories, 5 draws, and 14 defeats, and just 1 point below FC Dallas, fighting and clamoring to get into the playoffs. And Houston Dynamo just nipping at their heels with a game in hand. So everything to play for here for the Utah side, who've undergone a radical transformation. The season really started in dire fashion for then head coach Jeff Cassar. It's a team that went winless in their first 5, made the change, brought in Mike Petke. He really turned things around initially with wins against Vancouver and Colorado, but namely the catalyst in their campaign was a 6-2 thrashing of the LA Galaxy here at StubHub. And now the hosts in Southern California look for a little sweet revenge in what is Game 3 and a chance just perhaps to get the better of Real Salt Lake in terms of the season series after winning at RSL back in March. We shall see. Christian Miles alongside the coach, Ralph Perez here. Ziggy Schmidt said, hey, you know, we need to work through the middle a lot better than we have. And the coach also said he wants a little bit more depth. Too much drop-off between what he's seen in his starters and his subs coming on. What do you make of Ziggy's approach and how he's gone about his business here in what will be his 12th game in charge tonight, Ralph?
Well, I think one of the things that, you know, Ziggy has a tremendous amount of experience in this league, and he knows what he's trying to do. He's trying to get this ship going in the right direction. It's been a little frustrating for him. I mean, I think he would honestly believe when he took the job by now he would have won more than the amount of games he's won. But he's realized that, hey, maybe there's more work here than has to be done. And that's never been something that scares this man. He's not afraid to roll his sleeves up and work hard. So he's going to give it his best effort to the end. And then surely in the offseason there will be wholesale changes, just like when the last time the Galaxy had this big of a start.
And we are underway. Giovanni Dos Santos kicking from left to right across your pitch here today. A 4-2-3-1 setup for the Galaxy, abandoning that experiment we saw a couple of games ago when they went to 3 at the back. Another retooled back line. Big night for Michael Ciani tonight, Ralph.
Yeah, I think so, because I think he's a player that was acquired, and you want to see, do you want to keep him, or was it not the situation of the player that you thought he was? So clearly, I think a lot of guys here are in that situation.
Well, the Galaxy 5 games without a win since they last emerged victorious on the 2nd of the month in that thrashing of the Colorado Rapids here at the StubHub Center. That's just their second home win in 15 games this season, and it's RSL on the front foot here. Questions of a handball against Gianzi Zardes, and into Galaxy territory they go with a great dead ball opportunity. They want to start off on the front foot, much like they did on the 4th of July.
So that day everything was clicking for them, and they were on fire.
Now they got one sick on the 36 minutes. Thanks to Rusnak, they're going to go with a similar setup with a 4-5-1. The free kick takes a deflection. Luis Silva leading the line with Rusnak, the Slovakian, hovering just behind them. A lot of width and a lot of pace out wide with Jean Plata on the right, as well as Jefferson Savarino, who's on loan from Venezuelan side Zulia on the left. Throw in on the near side for Danny Acosta. One of those players brought up by Real head coach Mike Petke through the Real Monarchs SLC setup. That's their USL team, much like Los Dos or LA Galaxy 2 is for this LA Galaxy setup. Jermaine Jones tried to dig it out against his U.S. men's national teammate Kyle Beckerman, and that duel won by the RSL captain. Free kick coming up. Now, dead balls exactly haven't seen LA put their best foot forward here, Ralph.
No, I think when you keep fouling and giving opportunities in this part of the field is not good.
We'll see how they acquit themselves straight into the mix. A diving header and a punched away save by Clement Diop, who gets another start in goal. Good athleticism from the French goalkeeper. So the first corner coming up here for RSL. And trying to take a bite out of the Galaxy early. A little bit of smoke and sulfur from the pregame festivities still lingering in the air. Pretty good turnout considering the state of things right now at StubHub Center. On this outswinger, targeting Kyle Beckerman. He gets ahead to it, but not enough power to get past Clement Diop. Back to the kid from Claremont, Tony Beltran. Can't clear, only as far as Roman Alessandrini is different on the left-hand side. Hits right past the penalty area, drops that shoulder, pulls it across, takes the deflection, and LA get their first corner of the evening. 5 games in 5 days, that's got to take it out of you.
Well, I think that there's no question that the amount of games...
15 days, Ralph.
Yeah, I was going to say 5 in 5 days, that would be a killer. But no question that the wear and the tear and, you know, the flying and the different cities, time zones, all that up. But I'm sure they were happy to get back home, and they're excited to play here in their StubHub Center.
Yeah, the Galaxy has scored 5 times off corners. It takes a bounce inside the 6-yard box, claimed by Jermaine Jones. He'll wear the armband tonight. Zardes lays it off, up and over the top from Jonathan Dos Santos, as finds his way to Alessandrini, who is instrumental, and he has a pop, and right off the crossbar from 18 yards out, Alessandrini with a huge thud reverberating around the StubHub Center. Dos Santos plays it in, and the flag is up. Goal disallowed. It will not count, as Alessandrini came ghosting in and around that far post. But I tell you what, positive signs on the build-up in the attacking phase from LA.
Well, that was a heck of a shot by Alessandrini. I mean, that thing hit the crossbar. It looked like it was going in. And a good reaction here by the Galaxy after the first minute or two, and basically this is good. It's good for their confidence, and it's good for them to to feel this way about their play this early in the game.
Alessandrini was fantastic. Started things well. His cross actually knocked into the Houston goal by Houston defender DeMarcus Beasley, and he followed up with one a little bit later. LA, though, conceding twice in the last 6 minutes, and Albert Ellis with 2 vital goals. Anytime you are up by 2 goals away from home, it has to feel more like 2 points dropped than a point gain. Nonetheless, that's the story of the season thus far for LA, as they have problems maintaining possession against this high pressure from RSL. Back into the heart of that defense, which is going to be spearheaded tonight by Marcelo Silva, the Uruguayan, partner Justin Glad, the young U.S. men's national team under-20 starlet. A lot of youth out there for RSL. Giovanni Dos Santos, meanwhile, trying to build out of the back for Ashley Cole. It drops back to Gio. Emma Boateng now tucking inside. First time hit from Gio, and that one just goes askew. Had to categorize that one as a clanker. But of both Gio and his brother Jonathan called up to the Mexico national team for the upcoming World Cup qualifiers.
Huge for the USA. I mean, it's do or die time now.
A lot of questions will be asked of former Galaxy head coach Bruce Arena, and their work cut out for them. Jancy Zardes doesn't look as though he's going to be a part of that setup.
I don't think so. I think right now, I think the back line and the forward line, I think, is pretty set. I think Bruce is going to have to really put together a good group there, because they got to win that first game at home.
So safely back, goalkeeper tonight, the experienced Nick Raimondo. He's been there and done that, won that title with RSL back in 2009. Nice little burst through the middle from Albert Rosnak, the lively Slovakian, won back by the Galaxy, and an errant ball play by Jones for Ashley Cole, who's been absolutely magnificent this season. The most consistent performer for LA, far and away. And a lot of speculation surrounding Ashley. Will he or will he not be coming back next year? He's 37 years of age, but age has not really slowed him down one bit now in his second season with the Galaxy. He'll be playing a little bit higher up, is only coming out with 3 at the back, and those central defenders really spread far apart. And that's something we've seen a lot from Ziggy, trying to push the outside backs forward and really stretch the field. Jones now just below the center circle. A drop of the shoulder from Jonathan Dos Santos, closed down by Jean Plata, the Ecuadorian. Here's Emma Boateng at midfield, and he'll be supported nicely at the back by Jermaine Jones, who could drop into that central defensive role. Up and out to the top. Chance for Bradford Jamieson. He's in. Chips the goalkeeper. And LA nearly had their first. Goalkeeper and Raimondo caught flat-footed. Everybody looking for the offside flag. And a wonderful opportunity for Jamieson to make it 2-2.
Well, that one was timed well. He got behind the defense. I thought it was going in the way he prepared, and he took it with the inside of his foot just to click it over Raimondo. He had it and then just pushed it wide. And there again, the Galaxy are a little unlucky, because now they've gotten a situation where, you should be up now in this game. Okay, one hits the crossbar, but that one there should be the one to get it right. And unfortunately, that's not the case.
A little unlucky, you'd have to say. They've carved open this defense. The chances are being created. That has been the problem. The finishing has really not helped them in any facet, in any way. Trying to turn things around in that regard is going to be job one next year. I would think there's some big changes coming up on the front line. But here's Ashley Cole, long diagonal, trying to slip it past Beltran, who's having none of it, forcing Ashley all the way back into his own half, supported nicely by Jonathan Dos Santos, who sprays a lovely diagonal ball for Roman Alessandrini, who's drifted over to the right-hand side. A little drop, sending it long. Gio makes the run, but asking a bit too much of the Mexico international, and it will be a goal kick for Nick Raimondo at Real Salt Lake.
So if you don't know and you're brought to the game tonight and you don't know records, and you look at the game right now, you're saying, hey, the LA Galaxy off to a good start in the first 10 minutes, looking good, getting some opportunities, some clear-cut chances, and playing well. So you got to give the Galaxy credit for a team that now really is just playing to finish the season, and they're coming out and really making a great start here in this first 10 minutes.
You see it a lot from teams that are eliminated. They play with a lot of freedom, a lot of expression. There's no pressure on LA. All the pressure is on Real Salt Lake.
Well, those are always tough games when you're playing someone who now is just, hey, we're not really expected to win. So, you can play a little more relaxed in that way. But I think clearly what the Galaxy are trying to do is they're trying to really beat this back line of Real Salt Lake with long diagonal balls and balls over the top.
Here's Romney, who's really playing wide, leaving Jermaine Jones to drop into that central defensive area from his holding midfield position. He plays it up and over the top. Flag is down. Gio Dos Santos, he's got Alessandrini. It's Roman! A wonder save from Nick Romando. Unbelievable stuff, but once again, like a hot knife through butter, the Galaxy severing and tearing this Real Salt Lake defense to ribbons.
Well, just as we made that comment, I mean, a beautiful opportunity. And as I said, these balls over the top of their defense are there. That time, Dos Santos is over, and he does see his teammate to knock that ball across, and he did everything right except hit it right at the keeper.
Not the best of placement from the Frenchman, but all is forgiven. Roman with 11 goals and 10 assists. Just the second player in MLS to be in double digits in both categories. Meanwhile, it's a nice little run, but it's ended. Savarino with nowhere to go, dispossessed by Jonathan Dos Santos, and what a start from the Galaxy. Playing like a team renewed. Alessandrini now wide on the near right-hand side, waits for the support of Giovanni Dos Santos. Great movement for the Mexican. What about the understanding between those two? Just on the edge of the box, drops it back to the byline. One on the left post, it's Ashley Cole. And that one saved by Nick Romando. Once again, LA getting in behind. What a start, what a game, and his tempo, his breakneck pace right now.
Well, they're playing very well, the Galaxy. They're running off the ball is outstanding. The opportunities they're getting in the final third now are phenomenal. But, now you got to get one to make that work be not all in vain,
Honduran, Danny Acosta. On the left-hand side of this Real Salt Lake defense, here's Justin Glad. He's 20 years of age. Shows you what an impression he's made on his head coach, Mike Petke, entrusting him with the center back duties. Romando sends it up. Albert Rosnack. Wide on the right for Tony Beltran, kid from Claremont. And Mulholland brings down Jermaine Jones. It'll be a free kick for the Galaxy. And while we've got a moment, there is only one home match left in the 2017 regular season. And don't miss out when your five-time MLS Cup champs get set to take on expansion side Minnesota United coming up after the international break on October 15th for Fan Appreciation Night. Purchase your single-game tickets today at LAGalaxy.com/tickets, or you can call 1-877-GALAXY. 1-877-3-GALAXY. As I put on my reading glasses, it's happening. Long one over the top, tracked down by RSL's Justin Glad. Back to his keeper, Nick Romando, who's always good with his feet. High pressure now from Ramon Alessandrini, making life a little difficult, but they're breaking it well. Nicely won back. Jones, Gio Dos Santos hindered from behind, and surely this is going to be a booking. Held nicely by Marcelo Silva. A clear breakaway, and a lot of these fans are going to clamor because there might be a hint of a red card here. Was he the last man? And if that's the case, Silva should be off.
He's giving him a yellow there. But again, the Galaxy step up well. They high press. They make the ball turn over. Clearly a good opportunity for Giovanni, but he was grabbed. And unfortunately, we're not getting the replays up here tonight for whatever reason. I don't know why, but it was really a situation for me that you look at that one and you almost kind of say, is it, like you said, a red card offense? And clearly it wasn't, and it's a yellow, so it's a free kick.
And it would have been a little bit harsh against Real Salt Lake, but clearly held, clearly infringed. It was a breakaway chance, a goal-scoring chance for Giovanni Dos Santos, who only had Nick Armando and a whole lot of grass standing between him and the goal. But as a result, Roman Alessandrini, and this one from about 24 yards out, we would guess. We'll see with the referee, and he's going to have a word with his fourth official on this far side, and we may see a VAR, video assistant referee, come into play here, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So the referee tonight is going to take a look here. Rubio Vasquez will take a look. It's a clear hold, and is there another defender back, Ralph, is the question.
He was the last defender at that spot. No question. You know, because he's through if he doesn't get, mugged.
Well, upon further review, we may see that card get a little bit darker. From our vantage point on the replay, he was clearly the last man, and if we look at the rules to the letter of the law, Silva should be off. And that's exactly what's going to happen. A reach to the back pocket. RSL down to 10 men. VAR working against the visitors.
And it's kind of funny because the situation in that regard was like, a couple of these that went against the Galaxy this year, and the Galaxy caught that one on the replay.
In agreement, as we look at it here, we have the luxury of having the replay, and there's no question that Silva is the last man and didn't really leave the referee with much option. He had a great view of it, initially awarding the yellow card, and VAR making the correct call. Regardless, it's going to be a free kick, and Marcelo Silva's day is done after 15 minutes.
But it was a good effort by the Galaxy to create that, and now clearly the challenge here is that this really helps out the Galaxy going forward here, because you're going to have a man advantage for a substantial amount of time here. We're talking, it's like 74 minutes.
And we'll see a switch of personnel after this free kick for Real Salt Lake. They'll have to make the changes. First things first, deal with this free kick. About 25 yards away from Roman Alessandrini, who lines one up, and he drives that left foot straight into the wall as it does its job, and Real Salt Lake send it to safety, and they are going to make a switch. A confirmation, it's going to be David Horst coming on, and the man sacrificed in midfield is going to be the 29-year-old Englishman, Luke Mulholland. That's an interesting change here, Ralph.
Well, they got to pinch one off because you need a center back, and it's a luck of the draw where he gets nicked because they're going to drop one of the midfielders and drop one of the forwards back, and makes his night very short.
You get a look at David Horst. Galaxy take over now. Romney wide on the left. Ashley Cole playing very high. Almost that proverbial wing back. We thought it was going to be a 4-2-3-1, but looking more like wide players with three at the back. Cole drives it across. Emma Boateng just inside the box, supported by Jonathan Dos Santos. And here come LA, just trying to pick that proverbial lock. Jermaine Jones playing in that destroyer role. He's earned a lot of praise from Ziggy Schmid, saying, hey, he's played really well since I've gotten here. Didn't cover himself in glory during the Kurt Analfo era. Bradford Jamieson. And a wonderful game, especially in the second half against the Houston Dynamo. Still learning his trade. And we'll see RSL push up. And that's what really been the traditional facet of their defensive structure throughout the years. Left-hand side for them. Giassi's artist making some inroads down the right, reverting to those attacking instincts. A step over. Boateng, Jamieson, Giovanni for Jermaine Jones. A step into that pocket. Giovanni for Boateng. It's all clicking right now. And Giovanni Dos Santos trying to chip Rimondo to no avail. But nice movement and sweet, intricate passing from the Galaxy.
Well, it was good movement. It was sharp. It was precise. And more importantly, it was quick. So they're not allowed to be closed down. And that's the key of it with the man advantage.
So we'll see how the Galaxy line it up. Corner number 2, Alessandrini on that left foot far side. That's the outswinger, and the header from Jones goes high. He had to fight off his mark just to contort his body to meet it. And no harm done for Nick Raimondo. What do you make of Jermaine Jones? You saw him playing a little farther forward earlier in the Curtinolfo era. Now reverting to his natural position.
Yeah, I think when Ziggy came aboard, he made it very clear. If you want to play, here's where you're going to have to play. You're going to have to be connected with the back four, sitting in that hole in front of the back four and playing from there, and then coming late into the attack and not to be going forward as much.
Strong header won by Siani. Here's Jamison. Just past the center circle, trying to link up with Boateng. Nicely cut out the back as Horst gets his first touch of the game, coming in as a sub moments ago. Talk about being thrust into difficulty here, away from home against a Galaxy team with nothing to lose, and your playoff spot perhaps in question. A lot of pressure on Real Salt Lake, but nobody expected them to be where they are after that dreadful start, which saw them go 5 games without a victory and take just 2 points in that start. Tracked down by Real Salt Lake defender Danny Acosta, who clears the way, drops to the near side for João Plata, who locates Luis Silva, the kid from Boyle Heights, now playing his soccer in the great state of Utah, the Beehive State. Rusnak, wide for Beltran, who acquaints himself into the attacking half. Nice soccer here from Real Salt Lake, and they're foaming at the mouth, just trying to really take a bite out of this Galaxy defense. And the run upended. It was a strong effort from Savarino, but the referee has awarded the free kick.
I don't know about that one. I thought he stepped in there just nicely to win that ball.
So Silva off on the 18th. Free kick here for Real Salt Lake. It is the end of the Galaxy regular season. Be there when Alessandrini, Dos Santos, Zardes, and your Galaxy take on Minnesota United on Sunday the 15th at 2 p.m. for Fan Appreciation Day, and a match presented by San Manuel Band of Mission Indians. Tickets start for as low as $25. Head on over to lagalaxy.com/tickets, and really an innocuous free kick from Kyle Beckerman. And how about the pace of Emma Boateng just to split those 2 central defenders and found himself in behind yet again. This is a real pacey, speedy Galaxy lineup we see out there tonight for Ziggy. Timely interception. LA have to be careful. They could be caught out. Near side on the left for RSL and Plata, who's wrestled to ground, and he'll have a free kick.
Well, I tell you, the decisions that are being made by the Galaxy now are clear what they have to do. And most importantly is just that. Don't allow Real Salt Lake any kind of counters. And that's a key guy there in Plata, to not let him get going.
Here's Beltran, meanwhile, forging away on the right-hand side. Nice little slip there from Savarino, who's drifted over to the right, closed down by Jonathan Dos Santos. Very tight mark there from the Mexico international. Leave it off for Rusnak. Wide now for Plata. Looking to break down these 2 banks of 4 for LA. Remember, they're a man down as Silva was sent off 5 minutes ago with the aid of VAR. As this one gets in behind Zardes, Plata surveys, picks his head up, squares it out in front, and that's not the best of marking in the back on the right-hand side for the Galaxy.
Well, that was nicely done by RSL. Nice ball that was played to get Plata in behind Zardes, and that's something that clearly you can't relax. I mean, you still got to respect the fact that they got quality there, and you got to defend properly.
Corner number 2 coming up, and it's so difficult. We've seen it happen in Major League Soccer to some success. Robbie Rogers reverting to a right back role. We saw it Chris Albright. Real difficult job to do. Much easier said than done. Looking to really learn the intricacies of a new position.
Well, it looks like Zardes might be done. They're calling for a substitution change. Diop was given the old sign of make a change there, so they're sending the trainer out there right now to look at him.
Well, he's doubled over Giancy Zardes, and that may explain why he was so easily beaten, and Plata was able to get in behind. Zardes not trying to get back at all in what appeared, but it might be down to the state of his fitness. Plata just ghosting and gliding in. And we'll see. RSL already forced to make a change themselves. We'll see if LA will have to do so in kind due to injury. It's been a difficult season coming back from injury from Giassi Zardes. Couldn't finish out 2016, came back late in 2017. Just really hasn't hit his stride.
No, it's been tough the last year or so for him. And as we watch the replay now, you know, I don't know if it was from previous and then this just aggravated it even more.
There's a little hitch in the giddy up, as they say. And you could tell he's hurting.
But I think that was up early on the tackle that he had in front of the bench where he extended that injury. And then I think when he was running back, it just became evident to him that he couldn't go.
Well, we'll see Rafa Garcia getting warmed up on the sideline for Ziggy. Meanwhile, Giassi will have to come off as he's temporarily tended to by the medical staff. Good corner, meanwhile, taken in by RSL, but a good response from LA on the set piece situation. It drops to the feet of Gio Dos Santos, and the counterattack is on. Ashley Cole at midfield switches it on the long diagonal, cuts it against the grain, and it's headed away by Danilo Ocasta. It's not enough speed on that counterattack, and speed and pace such a vital component of Giassi Zardes' personal gain. And I think that might be one of the chief reasons why Ziggy's utilizing him on the right-hand side of that defense. That and the fact there are no right backs.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think you know, sometimes as coaches you think about it. You have injuries in your roster and you think of someone, can he do it? And then he goes there and he doesn't do too bad, and then he gets a little better the next game, and then, you know, then it works out.
Good turn from Boateng. Takes a deflection. He's in. Emma Boateng. Out comes the keeper. And once again, Nick Raimondo is saving RSL's bacon. He's done that twice tonight. Denying Alessandrini, and this time Boateng. High challenge, meanwhile. Dangerous play from Romney. A free kick just outside the center circle. But this is another breakaway chance as Boateng was in.
He does well to get in, but again, Raimondo does well to get right out at him, so there's no space between him and the shot, and clearly, again, right into Nick. And, you know, again, we're looking at when you sometimes you don't want to overemphasize that, but, I mean, you're talking 4 to 5 really good chances the Galaxy have had in this first 28 minutes.
2 saves from Raimondo. Alessandrini hitting the crossbar in the early stages. It's a miracle. LA somehow or another haven't found the back of the net, but I tell you what, that's been the way it's gone all season, and a strong, full-blooded header on that far side as Ashley Cole met head-on with Tony Beltran.
And we can't forget that good chance that, you know, he has over the top. Bradford Jamieson try to put that one in.
Galaxy just having 40 goals this season. Tied for 4th worst in Major League Soccer. A lot of speculation has been made that the Robbie Keane role hasn't been filled, and it hasn't in all honesty. Jack McBean hasn't quite come off. Haven't had that out-and-out striker to put home those chances. Free kick, meanwhile, RSL going right to work into the heart of that 6-yard box, in LA under a little pressure now as it's repelled out, and a chance for Jonathan Dos Santos to hit on the counter-attack. He's got 2, laying it wide left. The flag is down, but good defending from Acosta, who came all the way over from his left back position to cover on the right. Ashley Cole getting tied up in knots. Fortunately for him, good cover provided by Jermaine Jones to keep possession. Long diagonal for Alessandrini, who's gotten in behind Acosta, who's floated over. It's Alessandrini who winds one up and sends it high. Did take a deflection, that's what they're appealing, but I don't think they're going to get the corner kick. He's been lively, though, as you would expect.
Well, no question. I mean, he's trying to make up for that. He's trying to get one. He's capable of getting one. He's been the real, probably for me, the best thing that's happened for the Galaxy this year. He's had a great year, 11 goals, 10 assists, phenomenal season.
Yeah, for all the doldrums, all the injuries, underperformances, he's been a ray of light. When it comes to LA Galaxy season MVP voting, he's going to win it hands down. But I'm sure he traded in for a much better season, his first ever in Major League Soccer since making the move from Olympique Marseille. So the free kick for RSL has presented itself in a foul against the Galaxy. Standing over is KB5, as they call him, Kyle Beckerman, who's been around going all the way back to the Tampa Bay Mutiny days. Unbelievable. In fact, Nick Romando actually a member of the Tampa Bay Mutiny at one point. So the fans just telling Beckerman to get on with it. Slow to take the free kick. Little two-man game as Beltran flares out wide. Cole comes in to close. And nowhere to go for the Real Salt Lake defender, but it's picked up here by Savarino. Just on the edge of the box. Has a look to the referee, who's not interested. Appealing for the penalty kick here, Ralph.
Well, he had a good view of it, much better than I have, and just let it go. Felt there was nothing there. But I think, right now, one of the things that I think Real Salt Lake has done is they've made a nice adapt and adjustment to it. As you can see on our replay now, there was nothing there, I didn't think.
The phantom call. Cole heads it down. Dos Santos corrals. Here's Romney. Jones dropping back in support as central defenders very far apart back for LA. Trying to flood the midfield, but Jones' long ball cut out. Nearly dropped for Silva. It will for Dos Santos right inside the center circle at midfield. Jameson flares out wide on the right. Now the Centrini calls for it. How about the tackle from Acosta? Just picking the pocket of the Galaxy striker and off his little João Plata, who's got some afterburners. Headed off by Giassi Zardes, and he's going to be booked for this. Giassi beaten for pace, and he knew it. And no protest from the LA Galaxy defender on that instance.
Well, he definitely gets into him there and commits the foul. It's a yellow, but I think he's not 100%. I'm surprised they haven't made the change yet. I mean, they have Garcia warming up, and I just thought that they would have done that like about 5 minutes ago.
Join the LA Galaxy Foundation on Saturday, October 14th for the 2017 Street Soccer USA Cup at LA Live. This action-packed 4-versus-4 soccer tournament will help fund social change and the installation of permanent fields for underdeserved youth. Register your team today at lagalaxy.com/streetsoccerusa. It's a real interesting choice here by Ziggy because it was clearly obvious that Giassi isn't himself right now.
Yeah, he's coming off now, and when you look at the subs that he has, Ariana is really more of a center back, so it really comes that Rafa's got to be the guy, and
hey, it's come full circle, my friend. Remember, Rafa started a few games at the very beginning of the campaign at right back.
So it's been a tough year for Giassi and a little frustration.
And some words of consolation from Ziggy Schmidt. He realizes how difficult it has been for Zardes. In fact, Ziggy coming out and defending the selection of Zardes as this cross comes in. Good header away from Rami to avert the danger, but saying, hey, Zardes is doing us a favor because we don't have anybody to play right back right now.
Right. And as he pointed to the spot, that, in front of the bench where I felt he had aggravated it, and clearly it's high up in the groin area, so that's not good. That might be, a 5 to 10 week day. There's Dr. Mendelbaum touching the area, so it's not a good situation for him.
And it could be the end of the season for Giassi Zardes, and it might be just fine by him. In 2017, not exactly one to remember. Just the 2 goals this year. He went through a drought that lasted over 374 days. Of course, that included a lot of the time out with injury. But it wasn't an auspicious MLS campaign for the USA International. Up and over the top. How about the cutout from Tony Beltran and some sweet feet to boot? Well defended by Real Salt Lake fullback. Pinned in their own half, however, as Horst gives it a ride past center field. And it was an experiment, and perhaps, Ziggy saying, hey, Jossie did us a favor. He might be doing him a favor, too, because in this situation, is this something you might see Jossie revert to as a long-time option, playing it right back?
I'm not sure. Based on what I saw, I would say no. In my opinion, I would get him back either as a wide player, in that channel there. But I think he does better facing goal than a back to goal, being a number 9 up top.
Romney unencumbered, 10-man RSL. Haven't conceded. They've been battered and bruised. The defense has bent, but it hasn't broken.
See, I think the Galaxy had gotten a little bit, a fool's goal there. I mean, they had a couple of balls early when it was 11v11 over the top that were springing people. Now that they're, 11 against 10, they continue to hit that ball, and I think they could probably do a little more by keeping it like they were for a little bit when it first happened, the red card.
You'll see it's a 4-3-2 setup. Dos Santos fouled at midfield. Referee swallows the whistle. Plata takes over, trying to orchestrate something positive. It's Albert Rusnak! Full stretch for Clement Diop. Keeper beaten, but that went off the mark. That was lightning quick.
That was, and there was a big gap in the middle when Dos Santos, Jonathan, lost it. He ran at it, and hits it near the top of the 18 there.
So Diop makes the dive. Doesn't make contact, however. An interesting rotating policy you're seeing in goal as well here, Raul. We're seeing Diop recalled. Kempen looked as though he'd acquitted himself pretty well. We've seen Rowe throughout large stretches of the season. It's a three-headed monster out there, and Jermaine Jones goes down as if he took a shot from the ball. Plata is in. It's João Plata trying to cut that angle and pick one at the bottom far post, but he couldn't. And suddenly it's Real Salt Lake springing into action.
Well, those are two good chances there, and Plata just pushes that one just wide. So again, the Galaxies really need to be careful here as far as, letting Plata get time and space and to run at you.
Well, it was a header from Michael Siani, and the ball finding Jermaine Jones in the capital of Thailand. We'll leave it at that. Jonathan for his big brother Gio, wide left for Emma Boateng. Interesting role for Jonathan. We can see him play wide. We can see him play the number 8. We can see him play the number 6. Those of you not familiar with the numerical positions, a little deeper, a little higher up centrally and wide. Where do you think his best role is?
I think it's a 8.
A little higher up?
Yep. I think the way the Galaxy have it tonight is good where he's playing. But now I think what you have to do, and you have to adjust, and I'm sure Ziggy will make that clear at halftime, is that you got to push up because the outside backs have got to come because there's only one guy high now.
4-3-2 setup. It could be a 4-4-1 here for RSL. Cole's offside for the Galaxy. They're really playing a dangerous game here, RSL. On the road with that high line. And down a man.
Well, the thing that really is evident now, though, the Galaxy, I'm counting here, that's the 4th time they've turned it over, being offside, long balls over the top. So they're kind of not, it's not RSL's defending it why they're losing it. They're losing it themselves, And I think that they got to just stay the course and be patient to break the RSL down because it's clear how they want to play. I mean, there's no doubt in the mind that, hey, they're going to sit with 4 in the back, they're going to sit with 4 in the midfield, and just keep one striker up.
And it's amazing. You look at these players, man for man with LA, Jermaine Jones, Jonathan Dos Santos, Gio Dos Santos, and it's been puzzling how they've had problems maintaining long spells of possession at times, sometimes even careless in midfield. Certainly wouldn't think that would be the case. Some our first indications. But they have had spells of positivity as well, especially tonight. First 20 minutes, all LA. Siani. Part of 2 changes tonight for Ziggy Schmidt from the team that drew at the Houston Dynamo, officially ending their playoff quest. They will not be in the postseason for the first time, going all the way back to 2008. It's the fourth time the Galaxy haven't qualified for the MLS postseason in their illustrious club history. And to be frank, it's not good enough, especially for the lofty standards at this club, the biggest club in the league. Giovanni to Jonathan. Emma Boateng, wide left for Ashley Cole. Good support, and there's that tight, intricate passing now, and this is one of those positive spells that we were just talking about. Jonathan on the long diagonal. Garcia, who has just come in as a first-half sub in relief of Jossie Zardes. A space now for Jones, lays it off. It's Jamison! Sensational strike from the youngster. He's in form and blossoming before our very eyes. The LA Galaxy 1, Real Salt Lake 0.
Well, it was a great diagonal run and a fantastic shot that he hits to the far post. Strikes it very well. And, it's amazing for young players, how they learn, they get somebody believing in them, and that makes all the difference in the world. Good ball in, by the way. You got to give great credit to Jones's ball that he plays in, and it was measured well, paced well, and a nice pivot on the shot there by Bradford Jamison.
He took it first time, head down. He knew exactly where he was going before he received it. The movement prying open this RSL defense, and to be honest, it was a goal we saw coming for quite a long while. Second goal in his mini games, his third of the season, Bradford Jamison. And you may remember, he scored his first ever Major League Soccer goal against this very same team nearly 3 months ago.
Well, that was a good one because, you're going into halftime, you're a little frustrated, all the chances you had, and then you're saying, we got nothing for it. But to get one just before the stroke of halftime is a real big plus. Real big plus for the Galaxy.
The timing could not have been better. And they've won it back. Romney supporting and hugging that left touch line. It's won back by RSL's Justin Glad. Jonathan Dos Santos having his way. This midfield is overrunning RSL with that numerical advantage. The cut on the far side, and here comes RSL looking for a swift response. Silva's been starved for service up top. Beltran just pings one across and held easily by Clement Diop. Hey, Galaxy fans, it's not too late to order your half-off pizza for Papa John's. Every Galaxy game day, you receive 50% off all regular menu online orders by using promo code GALAXY. That's right, half off your favorite pizza to enjoy with a Galaxy match. Visit papajohns.com and use promo code GALAXY. Garcia. Just inside that RSL half, bowled over by Acosta. The referee orders play to resume. Acosta unencumbered, cuts it back. Danny Acosta, brilliant run here from the RSL defender. On the turn, Silva. He misfires, but it was Acosta waltzing to the entire midfield and the defense of the LA Galaxy.
That was a ball that Rafa shouldn't lose. But that ball there, Rafa should have found the ball going forward, and the Galaxy really were fortunate to, that shot was misfired. I thought he was going to lay it off to his right, where there were two other players there for RSL.
Probably more surprised than anything that no one stopped his run. Great piece of attacking play from the left back. RSL asking the questions. They're not going to go down without a fight, that is for sure. Romney, meanwhile, building on the left. Gio Dos Santos dropping into his own half with his little brother. Jermaine Jones deputizing, just filling in that role in central midfield. Interesting tactical setup tonight for Ziggy Schmid. Adventurous, you could say. Nice to have that luxury of seeing Jones drop into the middle.
Well, tonight it's a little easier because, now when he drops into the middle, there's no one really there,
Acosta wins the header. Jones comes in full steam. Plata wins it. Everybody looking to the referee's assistant. Flag is down. Onside move. It's Plata on the edge of the box. Plata's shot takes a deflection, and it'll be a corner kick for the visitors. Number 3 on the evening.
Well, for me, you're not happy with giving the chances you're giving with the opportunities you have with a man advantage.
Just on the edge of the box. Deflected off the LA Galaxy defense. Interesting before that, this RSL player able to nick in just before Jones could make contact with the header.
Yes.
Belted in, Diop comes for it, gets enough to punch it clear to Alessandrini. And here comes the pace of Emma Boateng. 2 minutes of stoppage time will be added on at StubHub. And that counterattack disseminates as it's broken up well by Real Salt Lake. Tell you what, it's been a fun game to watch, wide open. LA playing with a freedom that we haven't seen a lot this season. Remember, just the 7 wins, just 2 here. One came back at the beginning in April in Montreal and earlier this month against Colorado. A lot of fans, I'm sure, looking to each other saying, hey, where's this been all season?
Right. Oh, my God.
And Ciani caught red-handed as he's robbed the possession. Silva shouldering off the big Frenchman. Not his best moment, and down goes Silva. And really a sequence of events that Michael Ciani would do well to forget.
Well, the play of the end here of this last injury minutes time, the Galaxy have not played what they're capable of doing or what they need to be doing.
Well, Silva's still down. It was a cynical little challenge at the end as Silva had released the ball. And the Real Salt Lake striker milking the clock here as we head into the 2nd minute of allotted injury time, or stoppage time as they say. I'm sure a little bit more will be tacked on by our referee, Rubio Vasquez. It's been a difficult transition to Major League Soccer for the 33-year-old French defender, Michael Ciani. An unused substitute on Wednesday night at Houston. The free kick, meanwhile, from RSL, right into the mixer. And the header goes askew and wide of Clement Diop's goal.
Well, I think both coaches will be looking forward to halftime to try to regroup and talk with their teams, and clearly at this stage right now, I think, you just want to get it to halftime 1-0 if you're the Galaxy, and the same with Pepke. I mean, he's a little disappointed at giving up the goal, but, they knew it was going to be tough playing a man down as soon as it happened.
But they've acquitted themselves well. They've responded after making the change, bringing Horst on, taking Mulholland off, down a man away from home. They settled in well after a rampant start from the Galaxy. Here's Jones trying to help it forward, and that's going to do it. First half in the books here. The LA Galaxy seeing some big saves from Nick Raimondo, and Alessandrini hitting the crossbar early on, but in the end, it's Bradford Jamieson the 4th, making it 2 in 2 games, 4 minutes from halftime, and the only goal here for LA, Ralph.
Yeah, and it was a good goal, though, and it was well conceived by the Galaxy, so I think that, you're happy with that, but, you're really not happy with some of the things that have occurred on sloppiness on their part to turning balls over, so I think that's a big point of emphasis going into the second half.
So 45 minutes in the books. LA Galaxy 1, RSNL. Stick around. The halftime report is next right here on LAGalaxy.com.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy.
Did you see the Toronto game?
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same: to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Sunday, October 15th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on Minnesota United. Purchase your tickets today at LAGalaxy.com/tickets.
76 introduces the long cut, spending a little extra time exploring the open road. We even made a fancy new TV commercial, and we're going to have our director describe it.
It's like we see these guys, and they're like, what's a long cut? Boom, they're all like, whoa, this is awesome. And then they're at a 76 station, and they're like, time for gas. And then it's like, and that is pretty much what the commercial is.
Anyway, we want to hear all about your long cuts too. Share yours today using the hashtag 76longcut. 76. We're on the driver's side.
StubHub Center, can you read me?
Copy that.
We've identified an extraterrestrial aboard the spaceship. He's been secured and is open to questioning. Cosmic being, what do you want?
I'm here to gain intelligence from Earthland. You are in possession of the colorful and fizzy liquid I seek.
You mean Shasta?
Yes, I consumed Shasta and had the ultimate reaction. Equal parts fizz, fruit, and fun. I wish to experience all the Shasta. These flavors are out of this galaxy.
Oh, we've got the perfect place for you. At the StubHub Center.
Bring them home, guys.
It just has to be Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
Come in now and get the 2016 you've been waiting for at Toyota's annual clearance event. Save big with an incredible 0 APR on 10 of our best-selling models, including the 2016 Camry, Corolla, and RAV4. You can even get 0 APR on the redesigned 2016 Prius. Hurry in before they're gone. Financing through Toyota Financial Services to well-qualified customers. Must take delivery from 2016 new car dealer stock by midnight September 6. Offers may vary by region.
Now it's easier than ever to search for the best deal on a Toyota car, truck, or SUV. Just visit buyatoyota.com, the only official site for your Southern California Toyota dealers. There, you can locate a dealer, search our inventory, and find the perfect car with all our current offers. Save time and money. Go direct to the source, buyatoyota.com.
We make it easy on you.
Toyota, let's go places.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. Shasta. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy. It has to be Shasta.
Response. And, of course, the Galaxy rampant in the first half. And even when it was 11v11, this LA Galaxy team came out with the bits between their teeth with rock'em sock'em soccer.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, I think the chances that they created early and often in the first 20 minutes were fantastic. I mean, started out with Alessandro really hitting one off the crossbar. Then you had, a clear one for Jamison in over the top. And he puts it over. Boateng does a nice move to get himself in, but hits it right at him. So then you kind of think, is this going to be one of these nights where you're playing well, you're not finishing your chances. This is the kind of year it's going to be. They get the red card, and then a really fantastic goal that they scored, the Galaxy, on Bradford Jamison.
Hey, don't say that. We've had too many of those kind of nights this season. You mentioned the red card. We were looking at it here. All indicators, at least from my angle, it didn't look like it was going to be a red card. But upon further review, it was given a yellow card. VAR comes into play. Was the right call made, sending off Silva?
Well, by the letter of the law, he was the last man, clearly, and the replay showed it. And, he clearly did everything in his power to stop Giovanni to go through. And that becomes a red card offense.
All right, so Marcelo Silva off, and VAR doing its job. We've seen it work against the LA Galaxy time and time again. Finally, they get one to go in their favor. Of course, the halftime report is brought to you by StubHub. Galaxy fans, did you know the StubHub app is personalized just for you? Get the StubHub app today. Start at StubHub and let the fun find you. StubHub, the official fan-to-fan marketplace of the LA Galaxy. Plenty more to cover. We'll unpack the first half when we return. It's the LA Galaxy up 1-0 over RSL here on LAGalaxy.com.
If you've ever had a full count with bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if you've ever zoned in on the top corner of the net, then you might know the thrill of playing at San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. Because only one casino is all about the thrill. San Manuel Indian Bingo and Casino. All thrill. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
'76 introduces the long cut, spending a little extra time exploring the open road. We even made a fancy new TV commercial, and we're going to have our director describe it.
So like we see these guys and they're like, what's a long cut? Boom, they're all like, whoa, this is awesome. And then they're at a 76 station and they're like, time for gas. And then it's like, and that is pretty much what the commercial is.
Anyway, we want to hear all about your long cuts too. Share yours today using the hashtag 76longcut. 76. We're on the driver's side.
I'm Chris Klein, president of the LA Galaxy, and we're a client of City National Bank. When we look at our organization on the field and then off the field, we want to put together a great team, and City National has become part of that team. The business side of the game starts long before the whistle kicks off, from setting the stadium up to understanding how to sell tickets to watch our great team play this game. For our business to function, we need to have a reliable bank as part of our team. Our brand grows as the sport of soccer grows, and City National helps us bring Galaxy to the world. I love my job. I love coming to work every day and being part of an organization like the LA Galaxy. It's the team across the league that everyone looks at, that everyone wants to be a part of. Anyone that we're involved with, we want to be the best, whether the players we put on the field or who we bank with, and we have that with City National. City National is the way up for the LA Galaxy.
City National Bank, the way up. Learn more at cnb.com/LA Galaxy, member FDIC.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same: to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Sunday, October 15th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on Minnesota United. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
And welcome back to the StubHub Center. The LA Galaxy in their second-to-last home match of 2017. Hey, they're going to go out with a bang if things keep going like this. Up 8-0 thanks to a 41st-minute strike from Bradford Jamison IV. Christian Miles alongside the coach, Ralph Perez. Shasta, the official soft drink of the LA Galaxy, with over 30 great flavors like grapefruit zazz, apple tiki punch, that's Ralph's favorite, strawberry, and California Dreamin'. Shasta has a flavor for every Galaxy fan. This soccer season, it has to be Shasta. Let's talk about that goal. You and I were just talking about it, kind of foaming at the mouth, so to speak, at what a good goal it was. And we're probably seeing the maturation, are we not, of Bradford Jamison right before our very eyes.
Well, I think when you go with young players, you got to give them a number of games. You just can't give them one shot, and then if they don't do well, then pull the plug. So I think that, you know, on his case, Ziggy's given him a run. Ziggy's given him an opportunity. I think it's helped him. He's got a little confidence. Once a young player gets that key word, confidence, it really helps him come along to play to what his capabilities are. And I don't think there's anyone, whether you've seen him with Los Dos or you've seen him with the U20s, that you don't think the kid has talent and that there's potentiality there. So clearly, you know, it's a great run for him, and I think it's only going to get better by what he's experiencing right now with the Galaxy.
It's clicking on all cylinders going forward. What do you make of how things have gone defensively and how the Galaxy are defending?
Well, I wasn't happy the way the game ended for the Galaxy. I thought there was a couple of silly mistakes, bad defending, and it gave them some chances. But, you know, this is a good team, Real Salt Lake, so you have to defend well. But I thought overall, you know, with the way the game was going, the Galaxy have, you know, if they can come out and establish the rhythm and control with possession, I think they could wear Real Salt Lake down, and I think that's the key. I think to be patient, to be organized, so that when it turns over, that you aren't giving up these good chances there. That Plata had one top of the box, another one there that was deflected. So those are the kinds of things that you don't want to be giving up, because that's what they're looking for, to try to pinch one on the counter. So I think the Galaxy have got to be smarter in the second half.
Now we'll see. They went with an adventurous setup, playing with 3 at the back, even when they were at an 11v11 situation here. So an aggressive mindset here from Ziggy Schmid. We'll see what he had to say to his charges at the break. Speaking of breaks, we're going to take one real quick here on LAGalaxy.com to keep it right here. We'll be back for the second half from StubHub. LA Galaxy up 1-0 over ISL.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same: to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Sunday, October 15th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on Minnesota United. Purchase your tickets today at LAGalaxy.com/tickets.
Galaxy fans, Papa John's has a new offer for you this season. Every Galaxy game day, get 50% off your online order of regular menu price items using promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. That's right. Cheer on the Galaxy every game day with 50% off your entire online order at Papa John's. Enter promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com to redeem better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up, LA, for nonstop flights to more than 38 cities nationwide with Alaska Airlines. As fans of one of the most decorated clubs in league history, it's only right that you get tons of nonstop access to your favorite destinations, including many road games from one of the finest airlines in the land. Pack your bags, pack your jersey, and pack your full 90 for nonstop flights to cheer on the Galaxy when they go on the road. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up for nonstop flights on Alaska Airlines.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year. Powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. Power up like a pro. Contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
StubHub Center, can you read me?
Copy that.
We've identified an extraterrestrial aboard the spaceship. He's been secured and is open to questioning. Cosmic being, what do you want?
I'm here to gain intelligence from Earthland. You are in possession of the colorful and fizzy liquid I seek.
You mean Shasta?
Yes, I consumed Shasta and had the ultimate reaction. Equal parts fizz, fruit, and fun. I wish to experience all the Shasta. These flavors are out of this galaxy.
Oh, we've got the perfect place for you. At the StubHub Center.
Bring them home, guys.
It just has to be Shasta. The official soft drink of the LA Galaxy.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans. StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. And Toyota. Let's go places.
And welcome back. The second half just underway here at the StubHub Center. The second to last time the Galaxy will take the pitch here in 2017 on their home ground. They wanted to give their fans something to cheer about in what has been a pretty dreadful campaign, especially here at home, looking for just their third win of the campaign, and a team that has taken a matter of 10 points rather, in their first 15 matches here. And it's RSL starting on the front foot here in half number 2. Happy to have you along. Christian Miles alongside Raul Perez. Left-hand side, João Plata has his pocket picked. Great challenge from Rafa Garcia, the first half substitute. He came on for the injured Jassi Zardes. Well, from all indicators, Ralph, the second half starting like the first half ended, open and flowing. Galaxy with that one-man advantage is Marcelo Silva sent off for that challenge on Giovanni Dos Santos that had to be reverted to VAR, video assistant referee, called into play. Straight red for the RSL defender, but they're on the front foot. It's Plata in, and Plata fires just high. And two great forays forward from the visitors who've come out with their guns ablazing in half number 2.
Well, I tell you right there, if I'm Ziggy, I'm not liking the start of this. I mean, you're getting one-on-ones, Plata against Garcia. I mean, one was well done by Garcia stealing the ball from him, but the other one, there he gets a shot off.
Cannot let Plata have that kind of space.
And I think you're going to see RSL not be a normal situation, meaning, hey, we'll play for, keep it 1-0. They want to get a point out of this here. They don't want to go home empty-handed. Even with 10 men, they're going to push for it.
And they've been lightning quick on counterattacks. They've opened up the Galaxy on several occasions. They have a lot of speed up front. It caused a lot of problems for guys like Rafa Garcia in that Galaxy defense. A crunching challenge. Meanwhile, referee waves it on. It's blasted out. And just high. And suddenly, Real Salt Lake having a real good spell to the beginning of the second half. But it was a crunching challenge for Jamison just before it on Kyle Beckerman. Jamison's going to be booked for this.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be booked for that. He already got his card.
Reckless challenge, no?
Yeah.
Came in from behind on Kyle Beckerman. Second man caution tonight for the Galaxy. As Artis had that booking earlier after fouling Jean Plata. So a little bitter with the sweet for Bradford Jamison, who got the goal, but enters the referee's books in the second half. Rash, very rash.
So that minute, those first few minutes are not what the Galaxy wanted to do to start the match.
They're not going from strength to strength, you could say. High pressure from RSL, gutsy stuff. Broken by Jermaine Jones, who carries for Cole. Near side on the left, just crosses the halfway line for Emma Boateng. Off and running, Boateng turns on the Jets, gets past Beckerman, squares it across, Gio is in, and it's Giovanni Dos Santos who has it blocked by Acosta. We talked about RSL's lightning quick counterattacks. Not too shabby there for LA as they continue to press. Jonathan lays it off. Omar Alessandrini is offside.
Well, I like when you see Boateng go into space like that with pace and speed, and people can't, Beckerman had no chance of dealing with it. Here it is again on our replay up here. I mean, he just goes, gets by Beltran, and Beckerman lays a ball off to Gio, but, it's tough for Gio on his right foot and a good block shot.
So free kick back the other way here for the Galaxy out of the playoff race. They've been pounded in the media, both locally and nationally, and you can't say it's not deserved. They're putting a positive showing on today, and perhaps a glimpse into the future. There are going to be changes, folks. Get used to it. Lovely touch there from Giovanni Dos Santos, who flicks the back heel for Boateng, who's pushed out of play by the right back, Tony Beltran. There's a freedom of expression for these Galaxy players, especially going forward. Hey, look, it's not a finished product by any stretch of the imagination, including just within tonight's game. There's been those scary moments at the back we've been accustomed to all season long, but definitely a step in the right direction. And just as I say it, Dave Romney sends it out of play, so commentators curse. I'll take that one.
Yeah, and these are the things that are annoying a little bit from a coach's perspective, that you turn balls over like that, especially at this level of play.
Over the top, Garcia goes out. We're seeing Giovanni Dos Santos play up top by himself. What do you make of him playing that number 9 role?
He's capable of doing things there. I mean, he's you know, you got to respect him, the opponent, on what he's capable of doing. It's a good way of just letting him concentrate only on the attacking side of his game.
Good interplay between Beckerman. He lays it off. Acosta's made the run from left back. He has two in front of him. Marked tightly by Garcia, who can't block the cross. Romney cuts it out well. Beckerman steps to keep possession. Here's Silva trying to bull his way past a sea of white, but Jonathan Dos Santos tracking back. The number 8's done really well for the Galaxy. Not a one-dimensional player by any stretch of the imagination. And how about this? Splits two attackers and finds himself in open territory. And here come the Galaxy looking to break. Ashley Cole striding past midfield now behind Plata. Has that pocket of space but leads it too far out and mishits it. And Ashley not at all pleased with himself. The industry to start that though, Ralph. Admirable international class from Jonathan Dos Santos.
No, it was, and it was really a good movement to get out of trouble. And then a great effort there to he himself to just really Cole to go forward with it, but just doesn't do a good enough job with the ball.
So Ashley Cole holds his hand up in acknowledgement of his folly. One thing's for sure, it does appear that Jonathan Dos Santos is here to stay. Signed in August from Villarreal after a season in La Liga. Gio, his big brother, lays it for Romney. Here's Jermaine Jones playing that destroyer role to very good effect. He looks to be reinvigorated. A lot has been made of him playing out of position and perhaps his lack of discipline. Not according to Ziggy Schmid, however. Alessandrini in a two-man game. Wide on the right for Rafa Garcia, who's filling in on the right-hand side of defense like we saw in the early stages of this season. That cross, though, cut out by RSL's David Horst. It's Roman Alessandrini, a little ambitious there from the Frenchman from about 30 yards away. And not even the fabulous LA DP is going to hit that mark as Ziggy Schmid kind of looks on in dismay. Wonder what's going through his mind.
Well, I think most importantly, he's just trying to make sure that this team can finish out the last 40 minutes, you know, do it in a proper way and have better control over the game, especially with a man advantage.
The last thing you want to do is send these fans home who've endured so much this season with a bitter taste in their mouth with some poor showings in the last two games. It looks as though they are not going to do that. It's been a good one tonight. We have a man down on that far side on the left for RSL, and it's Danny Acosta.
Well, the last thing you want to do is lose a game at home with a man advantage, and now a one-goal lead at halftime. That would be the last thing you would not want to send these poor Los Angeles fans home with that result.
Up and over the top, flag is down. Boateng is in. Boateng chips, hits the post. Jamison tried to hit the rebound, and his second time tonight, the LA Galaxy denied by the woodwork.
Can't catch a break, you know. It's amazing how the woodwork sometimes just doesn't help you.
Not doing them any favors. Ashley Cole, though, trying to cut past Beltran. That's been fascinating. Cole skins him, but his cross is headed away and sent to safety by RSL. Up towards midfield. And it's Silva and Ciani assuming their little tussles as we saw in the first half. They switch on the long diagonal over to the left-hand side. It pops off the head of Rafa Garcia and out for an RSL throw. Here's Kyle Beckerman. Good step forward from Rafa. And he's won the throw-in as well. Asked to do a lot, Rafa. We've seen him utilized alongside Jermaine Jones for a stretch in central midfield. Where is his best position, or is he one of those all-out utility men?
Oh, I think his best is in defensive midfield, but he's shown to be capable playing on outside back, you know, on that right side for the Galaxy in a pinch.
Alessandrini, nowhere to go. One back by RSL, and Acosta has been a standout performer tonight. Headed off by Rafa Garcia as it drops for Joao Plata, and it may break here for Gio Dos Santos. He's got a lot of red in front of him, plays it forward, links up with Jamison. Flag is down. It's a 3v3. Jamison on the left, cuts it back. He's got Alessandrini who winds one up, thoughts about it, and couldn't push his way through past Kyle Beckerman. And a little look of disgust from Alessandrini to Jamison for that indecisive pass. Really cost them their chance.
Yeah, just the quality of the pass. Bradford, he turned it. He was looking to play centrally, and then when he lays it off, it's just a little slow, maybe a little quicker, then allows Alessandrini to get a better shot off.
One touch too many. Alessandrini rewards Ashley Cole for making that run down the left-hand side. And here is the Englishman, a living legend in the game, over 100 caps for England, a Champions League winner in 2012 with Chelsea, deferring to Emma Boateng, who can't get his cross-head at Tony Beltran, one of two very busy fullbacks this evening. And while we've got a moment, don't miss out on any of the action next year. 2018 LA Galaxy season ticket memberships are now available, starting for as low, get this, for $17 per match. They include all 17 MLS regular season home matches, preseason games, and Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup clashes. To learn more about how to become an LA Galaxy season ticket member, make sure to visit lagalaxy.com/since96 or get on the phone 1-877-3-GALAXY today. RSL deal with the corner. Headed away by Beckerman. Last off of Ashley Cole, throw in towards the visitors. LA starting to get their act together. What has been a substandard start to the second half.
I think you got to give some credit to RSL. They've come out, they've come with energy, they've come with defensive presence, and they're pushing this game.
And they have a real tactical shape. They hold their shape well, meaning they don't get caught out of position. Square ball for Beckerman. Into Galaxy territory, wide to the right-hand side. Tony Beltran facing up on Emma Boateng. Beltran defers to Beckerman, the captain, KB5. Now in his mid-30s, he's been part of the furniture for RSL for 10 years now. The drop of the shoulder for Rusnak. The Slovakian locating Tony Beltran from Claremont, California. Former UCLA Bruin. Sweet feet here from Albert Rusnak. They haven't called his name too much tonight, but with a man down, it's tough for the attackers to flourish.
Well, he's trying to do it, on that individual flair and ability, but at the situation, he just ran out of space and touches, and it was good pressure there by the Galaxy.
And he's part of the Slovakia World Cup setup, signed in the off season from Dutch side Groningen. Gio with a big switch for Roman Alessandrini. Look at the Frenchman conjure up, looking for a little extra je ne sais quoi. Garcia strides forward. Has the run of Jonathan Dos Santos, and it's a sturdy, strong defense, RSL, even though they've been broken once. Playing down to 10 men. Silva sent off on the 18th minute for the challenge on Gio Dos Santos. It was Alessandrini trying to pick out Gio to no avail, and LA able to get it back. As RSL able to weather another attacking storm. This time it's Ashley Cole linking up with Alessandrini. The turn from Gio, and Gio fires wide. Drags it, but I tell you what, you like to see those three designated players on the same page. Or at least two of the three.
Well, it's good. It's good play there. I mean, the Galaxy are doing what they're capable of doing, and that always sends a little message, to the opponent when you can start pushing the ball back towards their goal.
Ashley Cole. Will this be his second to last home match with the LA Galaxy? If you listen to the gossip, read the papers, you would say yes, but you never know. Tell you what, he's been absolutely fantastic this season. Comes in, trains like a demon. Week in, week out, Ashley Cole. 27 starts. Gio Dos Santos looks up, trying to pick out Alessandrini. The hard-working Frenchman now tracks it down deep into the corner and has won the throw. Nice experienced play there from the former Olympic Marseille winger. And down goes Alessandrini. Thought he won the free kick. It may sit up. It's Jamison on the edge of the D. Gio Dos Santos now defers to his little brother, Jonathan. Trying to find a way through, and Ashley Cole will keep possession alive. Cuts it back inside and right past the defense. Boateng pulls it across, but the flag had gone up offside against the Galaxy.
Well, that last 4 or 5 minutes there looked good for the Galaxy. The way they kept it, the way they moved it, the way they played off each other. And that was a positive for them as far as, getting the game going now and trying to get another goal. I think that's a key for them. If they can get that second one, then that really is the killer for Real Salt Lake.
Still a lot of soccer left here. Far from being home and dry. Just a little bit less than a half an hour. LA, they've cut open this RSL defense on many occasions. Haven't taken their chances. Twice denied by the woodwork. Twice denied by Raimondo in the first half. Here's Beltran, meanwhile. It's a good response here. And Savarino, the Venezuelan, little used today. Silva drops off. He has Joao Plata. This is promising. Plata cuts it back. Joao Plata squares it. Beltran. Silva! And a save from about 10 yards away. Clement Diop got down very well. If there's one thing that he does not lack, it's excellent quick reflexes and shot-stopping ability.
It was fortunate there that he didn't catch all of that. The ball kind of handcuffed him. He tried to get the shot up, but he couldn't get the power that he wanted on it, as we can watch the replay a little bit here. Plata knocks it across, a nice little touch right back to him, but just couldn't get enough power. Good save by Diop, but
just one clean sheet this season for the LA Galaxy keeper. One of a trio of netminders. Seems to be a revolving door every season since the exit of Jaime Pinedo a few seasons ago. Well, we've got a moment, Galaxy fans. You can see the future of the Galaxy when Lassiter, Zubac, Justin Dillon, and Los Dos take on the Portland Timbers 2 Saturday, October 7th at 7:30 p.m. Fans can save money by purchasing their Los Dos tickets in advance online at lagalaxy.com/2. Broken up by RSL, and his speedy Joao Plata is off to the races once again. 1v1 this time. It's Siani who takes that big French size 10 in there and wins it back. Well done from the Galaxy's newest signing, who hasn't covered himself in glory since arriving. And he clears.
Well, I think there, you got to think now, and here it is. He's going to make a change here, Pepke. Bring some fresh legs on. See if you can, get something going on attacking. Is he willing to take another defensive player and put an attacking player on? That's the chess part of the game, as you have to do as a coach.
Here's Ashley Cole as LA look to build once again. Over the top now, but Gio Dos Santos was in the offside position anyway. He may hasten the substitute. Joao Plata, left-hand side. Good spell of possession this from Real Salt Lake, who've come in and made a game of it. Central now for Jefferson Savarino, the 20-year-old Venezuelan, locating Tony Beltran. Dropped back in support by Horst, who had to come on as a first-half sub. And Silva went off. And Silva leaves it up for Savarino, who's bowled over. And that will see the switch. And this is a real interesting prospect coming on here. Brooks Lennon, the youngster from Paradise Valley, Arizona, just 20 years of age, on loan from Liverpool. Coming back to a club where he started his career, Real Salt Lake, and starting to flourish in the first team. And this is an attacking move. Lennon on, Silva off, and we'll see where Lennon will slot in. He can play wide on the right. He may opt to go with that more traditional number 9 role. We shall see. So it's a free kick. Rusnak standing over it. He's been quiet. Two-man wall straight into the teeth of that defense. Nice header away by Jermaine Jones. And holding from Tony Beltran. Quick free kick taken. Alessandrini trying to get in behind. It's an awkward fall for Jefferson Savarino. And he's very slow to get up. I saw it firsthand, and he looked as though he really twisted his left knee. And he's writhing in pain, and you do not like to see this.
His foot caught in the grass there, his cleats, as he slides for it. You know, that right just didn't react the way you wanted to.
It just got caught under him, didn't it? That's an injury you see a lot of times in players playing on an artificial turf surface.
Right. And now I see him looking more down at the ankle, the right ankle. So that
foot was dragging. The studs got caught, and he came down with all of his weight. Knee. It was really awkward. We hope for the best. Savarino, 6 goals and 5 assists. As I mentioned, he's on loan from Venezuelan side Zulia. We have another look at it here in the booth, and it's not pretty viewing.
No, and it's one of those hyperextended situations, so things don't get any easier for Real Salt Lake. Now you're going to have to use your last sub.
Lennon was the second. Horst was the first. Way back on the 19th minute. This will be a real test of Mike Petke's acumen, but I have to say, you can't be nothing but admiring of the Real Salt Lake manager and what he's done. Made his name at the New York Red Bulls. Many thought it was uncalled for when he was dismissed from NYRB a few years ago, and he has really reclaimed the spotlight and worked wonders with this team. And he's done a good job tonight as they've been organized with a man down throughout most of the game. And attacking-wise, they've asked some questions.
Right.
Savarino's day is done. He's very slow to get off. So it will be the third and final switch for Mike Petke and Real Salt Lake. And it will come at the midpoint of half number 2. They've been dealt all kinds of curveballs. So we'll see the switch. And it will be Seba Salcedo from the San Fernando Valley coming on for the 19th appearance of the season. One of those homegrown players, and so many of them coming out of Southern California. Salcedo recently switching his international allegiance from the U.S. under-20 to Mexico under-20s. Spent some time on loan with Veracruz and his teammate João Plata. Now he'll have the free kick. Right in front of Ziggy Schmid. He doesn't look too pleased. João Plata, the Ecuadorian, strikes it. Good delivery from him. Horst brings it down. It ricochets off of Jonathan Dos Santos. Real Salt Lake are claiming handball. They're not going to get it. Alessandrini can't control as it's cleared. Back to midfield and given a ride by Beltran. It's going to ask a bit too much of João Plata and easy for Clement Diop. Back to Diop. Hasn't had much to do tonight, but when he's been called into action, he's looked sharp. Recently switching his international allegiance as well from France to Senegal and called up for World Cup qualification this summer. But here comes Roman Alessandrini. He's in, cuts it back on the left-hand side. Alessandrini belts one in. Good hands from Romando to make the save.
Yeah, he had that near post covered well. And it was a good save.
Jonathan Dos Santos, LA knocking on the door. Great night from 38-year-old Nick Romando. Tell you what, Bruce Arena, you know he's watching. Romando, a constant call-up as a backup throughout the years. You know about his penalty kick saving exploits, one of the best in the history of this league.
Well, you know, it's funny. He's been the third guy, behind Guzan, and then it's Howard, and then it's always reliable Nick.
Here's Ashley Cole for the LA Galaxy. Near side for Bradford Jamison. Crosses in to RSL territory. Sensational tackle from Horst. Well-traveled journeyman central defender. So LA take over in possession. Less than 20 minutes remaining here. Jones back for Siani. Wanting no part. Albert Rusnak is Clement Diop. Decent outlet for Boateng, who heads it on. RSL reclaimed possession. And they are really enjoying a lion's share of it after LA had about 66% in the first half. Here's Beckerman, Beltran. Midfield now for Plata. He's got Rusnak wide on the left, laying it off. Salcedo cuts it back. He'll fire. Saved by Diop. It's about a 21-yard hit from the substitute Salcedo.
Good hit, good save.
And these adjustments that have been made by Mike Pecky are paying huge dividends because right now, RSL are taking it right to the Galaxy. 16 origins, one destination. Learn about your favorite players and their road to LA, driven by Chevrolet at lagalaxy.com/Chevy. Horst makes that run forward. David Horst, would you believe it? Eludes the challenge, but well won from behind. Jermaine Jones, international class with that tackle. Pocket of space opens up. Gio Dos Santos trying to find it. Chips it over, but it's offside against Roman Alessandrini, who's frustrated. Little shrug and pushing the hands to his side. He didn't like that and more angry at himself than anything, I'm sure. Brooks Lennon back to Saucedo, the two substitutes for RSL, trying to leave their imprint on this game. Saucedo moments ago just denied by Clement Diop. It's on the left-hand side, just past the penalty line. Support on the left from Rusnak. This is tidy. And some good intricate passing. RSL taking a page out of LA's book. The cross over to the far post. Overhit for Beltran. Does well to keep it in, however. Here's João Plata on the opposite near side. And good piece of defending from Ashley Cole. He's still got it.
Well, I tell you, you got to give it to the Galaxy, though. Even though RSL stepped it up, they're not giving them any really good looks at getting a goal here yet.
Over the top and offside against João Plata. So Ziggy Schmid will make a substitution here, and it will be his second. And he's going to go with the talented youngster, Ari Lassiter. A prominent part of the Los Dos setup that you and I have caught throughout the season. He's had difficulty, though, Ralph, making that transition, that breakthrough to the MLS team. Here comes Romney, making a gallop forward, links up to good effect with Jamison. Central now for Jonathan Dos Santos, who crosses past midfield and outside the circle. Alessandrini will drop deeper in his central role as the all-action Johnny Dos Santos has done well, but Acosta puts an end to that. It will be a thorn on the far side. We're going to see the switch right now, and it's going to be Jamison off.
Yeah.
Lassiter on. What do you make of this?
I think it's a good one. I think, you've gotten what you can out of Bradford. You played 75 minutes. Bring some fresh legs on. Lassiter's got that pace as well, like he does. So it's a good even swap. Because I think Boateng's doing a good job on the left side, and makes the most sense.
Good shift, though, from Bradford Jamison tonight. His second goal in 2 games. A player that's progressing in what has been a dismal Dart campaign. He's been a bright spot.
Yeah, no, it's a good. These are 2 young players that I have felt that got to get some time. You got to give them some minutes and find out what they're capable of doing.
Good movement from Alessandrini. He's more than a handful on the left-hand side, but he's a little too aggressive for his own good.
He's a little frustrated tonight.
You can tell. It's in his body language. And he was kind of frustrating figure as well as Jonathan Dos Santos winds one up. It takes a deflection off the defense, and it will be a corner kick for LA. The first of the second half. Lassiter now 22, the son of Roy. Everybody knows about Roy Lassiter and the legend he's left behind. Talk about big shoes to fill. Ari got that goal against New England back on the 22nd of July. Came on for about 30 seconds on Wednesday as a late sub, and a little bit longer to run out and leave his imprint on the final quarter of an hour this evening. You would think now is the time for him to break through, however. Meanwhile, Alessandrini will stand over it here, the Frenchman. And beware the in-swinger if you're Real Salt Lake. Alessandrini drives in a great ball straight in, and it was Lassiter at that near post. And how did it not squirt into goal? I'll never know. Goal kick for Nick Raimondo.
Here's the replay of it, and no one just gets to it. It just hits the post.
I think Roman might have been envisioning the old goal Olympico, no?
Well,
I wouldn't put it past him.
I could see him trying it, but against a Raimondo, I would find that hard to do.
Good point. Not much beats him. LA know that too well, going back to that 2009 title game. And those big penalty kick saves from Nick Raimondo from Montclair, California. Here's Cole forward now. Great movement. Lassiter in. 1v1 and into Raimondo, causing all kinds of problems at his pace, adding an injection of energy immediately. What movement?
Well, that's what you want. And when you have that coming late in the game, it's not what the defenders want.
It could be that spark plug that Galaxy needs so badly going forward. Just trying to find that spit and polish in the final third. The referee has played advantage as Lassiter hits the deck wide on the near side. Boateng leaves it. Giovanni Dos Santos has drifted out of this game slightly. That's been the knock on Gio throughout the years. Left-hand side, how about Saucedo making a gallop forward? Works his way around Ciani, but not down Rafa Garcia. He's about as blue-collar as you're going to get in Major League Soccer. It opens up for Jonah Dos Santos. Wide on the right-hand side for Alessandrini. He is pretty much ambidextrous with his feet, whether he can play on the right or the left. A little over 11 minutes remaining, plus added on time. It's StubHub. LA looking for their third home victory of the year. They will go down as in terms of points per game, the worst MLS team ever. Worst to date, or worst LA MLS team ever. At 1.1 per season is the record. They're at 0.9, and they can't get up higher than 1.1. They can find Boateng and acres of space on the diagonal, and Beltran takes advantage of a poor first touch from Ima.
Yes.
I think that's one area of his game he's got to refine.
Yeah, it lets him down at times, But, I think that that's a battle of two young players right there that we're seeing on the booth there. The young center back and Lassiter.
Just
does a good job, the young man.
Justin Glad back there. Battle of two U.S. under-20s. Those two former international teammates. Ari able to represent Costa Rica as well. Up and over the top, short, long. First time finish. Not there for Gio. Pretty play as it looped up and over the top. Gio kept his run right past the penalty box and tried to take it first time, but it goes wide. Tell you what, he doesn't score a lot of goals, but when he does, they are spectacular, and he nearly had one here.
He had it. Beautiful. Not an easy thing to volley, but it came off his brother's pass, right?
Made in Mexico.
Good chip pass and a nice volley, but just no good.
Yeah, what's the next step for Gio? As he gets this one here, he's going to take on all comers. Here's Gio trying to take that next step and gets right past forces the booking on Horst, who was beaten for base. He'll be the second man caution, or the first man yellow carded, the second man caution, as Silva was sent off for RSL.
Well, I think the thing that, the expectations of Giovanni is that, you want him to be a goal scorer. You want him to be a guy who can give you assists. I think you got to find the right way, and that's always the challenge in coaching, is how to motivate your guys to reach that optimum level, as individuals and as a team. And that really is a challenge there, and that's more of the mental side of the game, getting him to get the mindset. How good do you want to really be, Gio? How much of an impact do you want to have in this league?
Well, it's either him or his little brother. Central free kick about 25, 26 yards out. It's going to be Gio. And he bends it wide with that left foot. Didn't have a lot of power on it either.
Well, now the only good thing in these last minutes is the Galaxy's put the pressure, on RSL and hasn't allowed them to really muster anything going towards the Galaxy goal.
Gio with the 6 goals this season. Missed a few games because he was involved with Mexico at the Confederations Cup this past summer. Not the consistent goal scorer that you might expect from a designated player, but a key cog in the creative output of this Galaxy team. And a long time coming since he has scored, however.
There are two guys right there going at each other, Boateng and Plata, that are about the same size,
Now acres of space opens up. There's a pocket for Rusnak just in front of that LA Galaxy defense. Great ball through, and it's in. Salcedo strikes! And he sends it wide. And that was the golden ticket for Real Salt Lake, who had the Galaxy ripped wide open.
Not only did they have him ripped wide open, there was 3 or 4 RSL guys that fell to their knees after the miss of that shot. But that was clearly a great opportunity, broken in, and again on the right side of the Galaxy.
My, oh my. Another thing to work on during training this week. A lot of time to work as well. Remember, the international break is upon us. That means the players that are selected will be joining their national teams. Jonathan and Gio Dos Santos will link up with Mexico after this one. For returning back to finish out the season, the 15th, the Galaxy will welcome Minnesota United, the new team, for finishing up at FC Dallas a week later on the 22nd. Lassiter brought down.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that is really becoming evident now is that, the Galaxy, I really got to, it's almost like you got to make sure you get your back four to stay home.
Quickly take it on the free kick, and Gio just unmistakably jumps over it. Don't see that too often, and it's opened up a huge spot now. Plata is in, squares it across the counterattack, saved by Clement Diop, and that is a game changer. Great reactions from Clement Diop, possibly his best moment as a professional in Major League Soccer.
I'm just amazed that the Galaxy are given these opportunities. As I said, the back four got to stay intact, and they're getting exploded on one side to the other. Plata's in, finds a nice ball to the backside, and Diop does a great job to use good footwork to get across. Wasn't hit as well as he had to, though. He hit it too low, and he's got to get that one up over the keeper.
He had Lennon charging right down his throat, and athletic enough to come across, and more importantly, had the perception to know where to make that run because he anticipated it so very well, and that allowed him to make that save.
Well, let's see if they learn from Wednesday night against Houston with a 2-goal lead. They've given up 2 chances here right now that could have made this game 1-1.
Gio Dos Santos, I mentioned, hasn't scored since May. Clement Diop saving LA's bacon, like Raimondo has on several occasions. Wide open affair. Remember, this is an RSL team playing down to 10 men, but I tell you what, if you watch this game beginning at the start of the second half, you wouldn't know which team has the extra man, as Alessandrini is booked. And as a result, Roman will be suspended for the clash against Minnesota in a couple of weeks. It'll be his 8th yellow card of the season. See that frustration bubbling to the surface.
Yeah, he's frustrated about the play. He's frustrated that he hasn't scored. He's a competitive guy.
You like that, though. LA need that bite. And honestly, they haven't had enough of it this year. He's been one of the sole providers. Jones thought about it. Has it go? Jones! Not a bad effort. Flashing back to the 2014 World Cup in Brazil when he had that wonder goal and he let one rip from long range. And Raimondo had to use every bit of his shot-stopping ability to deny the German-born U.S. international. That's a tough save.
Very good.
Power. It took a skip off the grass.
He's still one of the better keepers in this league, Mr. Raimondo.
It was Ciani who flung himself on that run to the near post. Thrills and spills here at the StubHub. Long diagonal cut out of the air by Garcia. Drops for Salcedo. Here's Acosta, who's come forward from his left back roll, and he foolishly gives it away. Garcia head up. Checking back is Alessandrini. It's a long ball. He's onside. Poor first touch. Plays it through. Gio Dos Santos around Raimondo. Wide open Nick. Cleared off the line by Horst. Heroic stuff as David Horst gets a big high five from Nick Raimondo.
Well, if you watch the highlights of this game, the highlights are going to be the chances that are not goals, because there's clearly been about 7 or 8 of them in this game, and they've been all kinds of ways saved. The crossbar, the post, the keepers, defenders, you name it. We've seen it all tonight.
Goal line clearances, red cards, twice hitting the woodwork. Wonder saves from Raimondo, equally so from Diop. It's been a whole heck of a lot of fun. Back into the mix, and the LA corner headed away by who else but David Horst. One of his better moments. Usnak inside his own box, audacious. Testament to his confidence. 5-game unbeaten run in jeopardy right now for Real Salt Lake. They haven't lost since an August 19th defeat. 3-1 at Montreal. Gio Dos Santos from his brother Jonathan. Boateng squares it back across. Everybody just not on the same page that time. It's one back by Garcia. He storms forward. Man down, LA play on. Gio Dos Santos on the edge. Clattered into Alessandrini on the edge of the D, and he has his wallet robbed by Kyle Beckerman. The temperature's heating up on this. You can see it in the challenges. Just a little extra here and there. And it has that playoff feel.
Yeah, it's a corner now.
And while we've got a moment, it's the end of the regular season. Be there when Alessandrini, Jonathan Dos Santos, Giassi Zardes, and the Galaxy take on expansion team Minnesota United on Sunday, October 15th at 2 for Fan Appreciation Day in a match presented by San Manuel Band of Mission Indians. Tickets start for as low as $25. You can head on over to lagalaxy.com/tickets.
4 minutes.
Here we go. Batten down the hatches. The LA Galaxy on the ropes here against RSL. A poor delivery. Well headed away by LA's Roman Alessandrini. They'll drive one in off the foot of Plata, and this time it's Romney to send it to safety. Space opens up for the Utah side. Plata squares. Saucedo slips it through. Beckerman flicks. Plata's onside. He fires. And once again, straight into Clement Diop. He's been good tonight.
Yeah, he has. He has played well.
Hats off to him because he's been maligned. But it hasn't been without reason either. Here's Jonah Dos Santos. Cole supported by Romney. Lassiter plays it back. LA trying to steal their third home victory of the campaign. Victories have been short in supply this season. Just the 7 in their first 31. Rusnak trying to deny the hosts of that, but Brooks Lennon is in the offside position. He's going to plead his case with the referee's assistant here on this near right-hand side. Third substitute coming on for the Galaxy right now. It's going to be the end of the day for Ima Boateng in stoppage time. Raul Mendiola coming on, the long-time servant.
Well, again, you can put some younger legs on, so. And Mendiola comes on. Good decision there by Ziggy, getting some more fresh legs, even a little bit of time off the clock.
Good night for Boateng.
Yeah, he did well. He did well.
Mendiola coming on for the first time since that victory over Colorado earlier this month. Already his 4th year with the organization. Born in Mexico, raised in LA. And what is an ever-growing, ever-typical LA story. So much talent in this ground. You see a lot of it actually on display tonight for Real Salt Lake as well as LA.
Sure.
You know all about it as a college coach. It's a hotbed.
So now it's just a matter, for extremes here. You got one coach, Becky over there, just hoping some sort of miracle can happen, and Ziggy just letting this clock run out and getting a home win finally.
Make that drive to the Bavarian Village much easier for Ziggy, as he may do a little bit of celebrating. It's been a tough 12 games for him. It'll be his 2nd win in his tenure in charge, as he mentioned in his previous
Oktoberfest.
Ziggy's time of year. Ziggy, of course, born in Germany. No accent, though. And no word about the Lederhosen as well. Belted in, Ciani earns his paycheck. Takes one right to the noggin of a powerful drive forward. Real Salt Lake, nothing to hang their head about. They've been more than a handful. Here's Joao Plata, central, lays it off. Glad is forward. Alessandrini hits the deck, and he's going to be called for the foul, and Roman can hardly believe it, and he has to cool and slow his roll right now because he's on a booking. He's already going to miss out the next game through suspension, and he may be thrown into further peril. It could be the end of his season if he doesn't cool his jets. Well, he was the one infringed upon. So hot, the competitive fire has burned within the soul of this Frenchman. He's a new father recently. Had a spell there early August, mid-August, slowed down by injury, a nagging little hamstring strain. And he's come back full force and full throttle.
Well, this is all that's going to happen here. There's no more time left.
5 minutes deep. Standing over it. It's hit in straight to the wall. And another save. Clement Diop. Beckerman gets the game-tying goal at the last kick of the game. Heartbreak City. Oh, my goodness. An absolute dagger into the heart of the Los Angeles Galaxy.
Unbelievable. And I said you need a miracle. There it was, a good save. He has enough time to knock it back. And sticks it in the upper V there. And the reaction by the Galaxy to get out to the ball is not good enough.
Nothing that Diop could do about that. He did his job. And this time the goalkeeper is let down by his defense. And Real Salt Lake, Ralph, steal one. However, it's not undeserved. Unbelievable ending to this. The last kick of the game. It came off a free kick that was controversially awarded in the first place to Real Salt Lake, going against Roman Alessandrini despite the protest. That's what Ziggy is protesting to referee Rubiel Vasquez. He wanted to clock and time called. It wasn't. Ziggy's hot. But in the end, it's going to be a share of the points, Ralph Perez.
Oh, yeah. He's not happy about it. He's not happy about the foul. He's not happy that, this extended for the time and all the rest.
My, oh, my. And a big goal for KB5, his fourth of the season. And that's vital for them in their push for the playoffs. You have to tip your hat nonetheless to Real Salt Lake, regardless of the way it ended. They really made a game of it and posed all kinds of difficulties for the Galaxy, who couldn't put it away despite having chance after chance after chance.
Yeah, I mean, it was a heartbreaker because I think, the Galaxy were looking to get out of here, as we said, with a point. Real was trying to get out of here with a point, and they got it. And the Galaxy, just, 2 games in a row, giving up the late goals to get ties, and little disheartening for them.
Everybody can't believe what they've seen, but based upon this season, it's kind of gone as scripted. The LA Galaxy, once again, dropping points on their home ground, and that's going to be their 5th draw in what is their 16th and second-to-last game of the season, along with just the 2 wins and 9 losses. The final score tonight, the LA Galaxy 1, Real Salt Lake 1. Boy, oh boy, there's a lot to talk over. Keep it right here on LAGalaxy.com. Ralph and I will unpack this one when we return.
LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife. Nutrition for a better life. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. Start at StubHub and let the fun find you. And Toyota. Let's go places.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up, LA, for nonstop flights to more than 38 cities nationwide with Alaska Airlines. As fans of one of the most decorated clubs in league history, it's only right that you get tons of nonstop access to your favorite destinations, including many road games from one of the finest airlines in the land. Pack your bags, pack your jersey, and pack your full 90 for nonstop flights to cheer on the Galaxy when they go on the road. Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up for nonstop flights on Alaska Airlines.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed, and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LAGalaxy.
Galaxy fans, Papa John's has a new offer for you this season. Every Galaxy game day, get 50% off your online order of regular menu price items using promo code GALAXY at papajohns.com. That's right. Cheer on the Galaxy every game day with 50% off your entire online order at Papa John's. Enter promo code GALAXY online at papajohns.com to redeem better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, official partner of the LA Galaxy.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same: to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Sunday, October 15th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on Minnesota United. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets. LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
And we welcome you back to a somber StubHub Center. It looked as though the LA Galaxy were cruising to just their third home win of the season, up 1-0, but a last-minute rebound off a free kick by Kyle Beckerman. And Real Salt Lake, despite going down to 10 men, get a share of the points. This is Christian Miles alongside the coach, Ralph Perez. We're unpacking this one here on our LA Galaxy postgame show. The man of the match is brought to you by Herbalife. Herbalife, nutrition for a better life. And before we get to the individual standout performer tonight, Ralph, let's talk about this. I mean, would you have seen this coming, and what do you make of this finish?
Well, I think, I was saying after the ref called that foul, which was heavily disputed by the Galaxy, many people felt it was not a foul. And clearly what happened there was then they did set the wall, and the shot was taken. It was a good save by Diop. And then the rebound, which was really amazing to me, came, and their defender had a chance to just knock this ball back. And I thought, Horst knocks it back. And, I think that tells me where's the guys. A save, a guy gets to and then knocks it back, and why aren't they there to put more pressure on that shot? But the bottom line, it really kind of two things. One, it's heartbreaking for the Galaxy and the Galaxy fans, but you got to give a little credit to the Real Salt Lake guys that they never gave up, playing with 10 men for 74 minutes or more, and fighting for that 1 point. Figuring that, hey, once we lost a man, at least if we get a 1-point deal out of this, that would be like a win. And they clearly came in and got that. It's been a season for the Galaxy that you just kind of keep scratching your head. What else could happen? And sure as heck, we just saw it.
Hey, we just saw it on Wednesday night. 2 goals allowed in the space of 6 minutes when they were up by 2 away from home, and another late collapse here. Let's talk about. We'll dissect this further. First, want to get your thoughts on a man of the match standout performer tonight for you.
Well, I think that the game itself. For me, the player that I thought did a lot of work was the 2 guys centrally. I thought that Jones and Jonathan Dos Santos really gave a good effort tonight as far as doing all the things you want them to do, attacking and defending. So I'd probably go with Jonathan there overall. But, for me, the Galaxy, they themselves got no one to blame, in the sense that, you got to, I'm sure it was addressed on Wednesday night. You got to, manage the game, close it out, and then it comes back again at the
mental
last
errors.
second. I mean, it's the last stroke of the game, really.
It comes down to mental errors. You can't blame Clement Diop, who was fantastic tonight when he was called into action and then makes the initial save on the free kick. The LA Galaxy defense not reacting in time. And Kyle Beckerman, no one standing between he and Clement Diop. And 10 times out of 10, Beckerman's going to hit that and rip it right past the keeper. That's exactly what he did to break Galaxy hearts. And they do not get their 3rd home victory of the campaign. I guess you could say the StubHub curse continues. We're going to step aside here briefly, but continue to break this one down. You're listening to the LA Galaxy postgame show right here on LAGalaxy.com.
Come in now and get the 2016 you've been waiting for at Toyota's annual clearance event. Save big with an incredible $2,500 factory cash back on a new 2016 Camry. $2,000 back on a new Sienna or the redesigned Prius. Get $1,500 cash back on a new Corolla or
Wow, you
$1,000
become a
back
big
on a new
soccer
Tundra.
fan.
It all ends September 6th, so hurry in before they're gone. Must take delivery from 2016 new car dealer stock by midnight September 6th. Offers may vary by region.
When you buy or lease any new Toyota, you get Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Toyota Care covers normal factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. There's even lockout protection and 24-hour roadside assistance. See your Toyota dealer for details and exclusions. Valid only in the continental U.S. and Alaska. Toyota, let's go places.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same, to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Sunday, October 15th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on Minnesota United. Purchase your tickets today at lagalaxy.com/tickets.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Scarves up, wheels up. Buckle up, LA, for nonstop flights to more than 38 cities nationwide with Alaska Airlines. As fans of one of the most decorated clubs in league history, it's only right that you get tons of nonstop access to your favorite destinations, including many road games from one of the finest airlines in the land. Pack your bags, pack your jersey, and pack your full 90 for nonstop flights to cheer on the Galaxy when they go on the road. Scarves up, buckle up for nonstop flights on Alaska Airlines.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
Andy, welcome back to StubHub Center. Fans filtering out, feeling a little disappointed, much like those that were watching on television or actually made the trip to Houston on Wednesday night. A 2-goal lead slips in Texas, a 1-goal lead slips on the last kick of the game. This is Christian Miles alongside the coach, Ralph Perez, and we are breaking down the second to last home game of the season, which results in a 1-1 draw. What a point this is for Real Salt Lake. But let's talk about the positives here. We can sit here and beat a dead horse all night about the negatives and the letdowns and the mental errors from the Galaxy and their porous defense, which, by the way, has conceded their 62nd goal, equaling the worst ever mark by an LA Galaxy team, which is set back in 2008. But we won't talk about that. Let's talk about going forward. Bradford Jamieson in a nice goal and some good link-up play with Jermaine Jones.
Well, I think the positives are that, you got to put a little asterisk there that they played well. I mean, they were a man up for a majority of the game. But, even prior to the red card, they were playing well. They had some good opportunities. And I think that you got to give that credit a little bit, that the team came to play, that the team came out with the effort and the team came out with determination to make it a tough game for Real Salt Lake, and they did. And I just think they left too many chances that could have been a second goal that they didn't do, and that was the fear factor that you leave, that you just what happened, a last kick of the ball that maybe ties the game on you. So it's a little bit of a heartbreak for the players, the coaches, the fans, the club itself, but you just move forward and you just keep trying, and that's the bottom line. I mean, you got to try to finish the season the best way you know how, and I've always felt that you got to finish strong. And so the Galaxy will have 2 more games, and they'll give it their best effort, because I think that's the kind of club they are.
Lesson of the match is brought to you by SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu. EDU, I mean, on that note, you're a coach, Ziggy's a coach. What lessons do you think he took from this game, from his team?
Well, I think he takes from his team that, this trait or this personality is not what he wants. A team that doesn't finish out a game the way that you need to, whether it's home or away, and that's something that you're always striving for. But that's what makes the game as exciting as it is. That it can happen like that on one last second, one last play, and it clearly was exciting for maybe the Real Salt Lake fans to get that opportunity. But I think going forward, I think Ziggy's has learned a little bit more about all the players. The more that he coaches them, and in a training situation as well in a match, he is surely getting a lot of feedback on the players that he has, and then he can make his final assessments at the end of the regular season.
What's up next for the LA Galaxy? The Galaxy stay at home to take on Minnesota United coming up on Sunday, October 15th at 2 p.m. Listen to all the action right here on LAGalaxy.com. Of course, the international break is upon us. That's really not the way you want to enter an international break after letting such an important result slip. Look, they're out of the playoffs here. It's all about preseason friendlies as far as I'm concerned, and that was the first of 3 as we look ahead to 2018. But looking ahead to this Minnesota United team, what needs to change? What needs to get better if they're going to end the home campaign on a high?
Well, I just think the key for me is just simple one thing: finish the chances you create. I think that tonight they created enough chances to get more than one goal, and I think that's the thing that I think that really bit them tonight, because I thought that they clearly had enough opportunities to win this game, and they let it get away from them.
Yeah, a team that at times looked as though it might have lacked a bit of maturity. The adjustments, though, made by Mike Petke, you can't overlook those. He brings in Saucedo, he brings in Brooks Lennon, reconfigures the shape of the team earlier when Horst comes in as Silva was sent off in the 18th minute. Little tip of the hat to the Real Salt Lake manager?
Yeah, definitely. I think tip of the hat to the team, too, for never giving up and fighting and all that. But, that became very clear what they had to do because of tactically once they had a man sent off. But I think, overall, the Galaxy themselves played when you look at the game, and I know that no one with the Galaxy organization happy with the tie, but it was an entertaining game.
It was.
I think the fans leave the stadium feeling, hey, the boys didn't pack it in on us. They gave it a great effort, and it was exciting. And as I said earlier in the broadcast, that you had every type of thing going on there: post saving it, shot saving by keepers, good saves. You had players, defenders saving shots. So it was an exciting game from that perspective. But clearly, now you look forward to the last 2 games when you're in this situation, and go forward with the home and away games they got left.
Well, it looks as though, my friend, we better get out of here because they're tearing this stadium apart, getting ready for the big NFL game tomorrow. I think the goalposts are going up. I'm out of here. You're out of here. On behalf of all the good people here at StubHub Center, my partner, Ralph Perez, I'm Christian Miles. Once again, the final score, the LA Galaxy 1, Real Salt Lake 1. Until next time, it's good night from Carson.
It's a new era for the LA Galaxy, with new players and familiar faces. For the past 22 years, our goal has remained the same: to be the last team standing. This is LA. On Sunday, October 15th at StubHub Center, 5-time MLS Cup champion LA Galaxy take on Minnesota United. Purchase your tickets today at LAGalaxy.com/tickets.
Tonight, some of the greatest artists, performers, and athletes in the world will be pouring their souls out at stadiums and theaters across this city. Tonight, thousands of fans will lose themselves in a sea of like-minded strangers. We still have a few tickets if you'd like to join. We know this may not be a convenient time for you. We know it's not easy to get out. But something amazing is going to happen tonight. And we think you should be there. StubHub, your ticket out.
At Southern New Hampshire University, we have just one goal: your success. As the official education partner of the LA Galaxy, we're dedicated to helping the entire LA Galaxy family succeed. and that includes their fierce, die-hard fans. Choose from over 200 online degree programs and gain the skills and expertise you need to succeed in your field. Visit snhu.edu/LA Galaxy.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
I'm Chris Klein, president of the LA Galaxy, and we're a client of City National Bank. When we look at our organization on the field and then off the field, we want to put together a great team, and City National has become part of that team. The business side of the game starts long before the whistle kicks off, from setting the stadium up to understanding how to sell tickets to watch our great team play this game. For our business to function, we need to have a reliable bank as part of our team. Our brand grows as the sport of soccer grows, and City National helps us bring Galaxy to the world. I love my job. I love coming to work every day and being part of an organization like the LA Galaxy. It's the team across the league that everyone looks at, that everyone wants to be a part of. Anyone that we're involved with, we want to be the best, whether the players we put on the field or who we bank with, and we have that with City National. City National is the way up for the LA Galaxy.
City National Bank, the way up. Learn more at cnb.com/LA Galaxy, member FDIC.
LA Galaxy is presented by Toyota. Let's go places. StubHub. Hey, Galaxy fans, StubHub is your ticket out. StubHub is the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the LA Galaxy. And SNHU. See yourself succeed at snhu.edu.